See, I remember it was days I couldn't talk like this. Ain't have a damn thing or a pot to piss. I was a real sad case, I was abandoned and kicked. So many blows to the gut, they said I wouldn't be shit. I was born to look poor, but I don't blame my mama. So many prayers to the Lord, while my life filled with drama. My big brother couldn't cope, he knew this shit wasn't right. 16, introduced to the criminal life. Now it's only me and mama, and she doing her best. Hard to crack a real smile when you're living with less. See, I'm reaching for the stars, but they so far away. I'ma make it, I could do it no matter what they say. I know it's hard for a player, so many spit on my name. I'm a real thorough nigga, and it run through my veins. On my knees every night, praying, looking for change. Wondering if the Lord above heard my pain. See, I got riches. Know you look and see the shine. See, I got riches. But don't you look too long or you might go blind. See, I got riches. There's so much more to the man. See, I got riches. Think it's a game, but soon you will see. Say the tables done turned, so many holler my name. That's how it is when you're blessed with this fortune and fame. I got things you couldn't imagine, man, I've come so far. Catch me dipping through the city in my foreign car. Different women every night, what a hell of a life. They only with me for what I got, man, that shit ain't right. I got many friends now, quick to do what I ask. I remember when I couldn't get a dime in the past. Now it's Cristal and Mo drinking straight out the bottle. No more mud kicking hoes, they jazzy bitches and models. I got money in the bank, man, my shit don't stink. I know that broke nigga feeling, who gives a fuck what they think? Cause I know if I was broke, they wouldn't even be hollering. They'll be pointing at me, laughing, cracking jokes and smiling. That's why the moral of the story ain't about money and hoes. I got riches, it's all mind, body, and soul. I got riches. I'm facing trials and tribulations, and I weather the storm. I got riches. No weather formed against me can cause me no harm. See, I got riches. Fantasize on 22s and 24s. See, I got riches. But my riches, emotions, mind, body, and soul. See, I got riches. I know you look and see the shine. See, I got riches. But don't you look too long or you might go blind. See, I got riches. There's so much more to the man. See, I got riches. Think it's a game, but soon you will see. I got riches. Yeah. Whoa, I got it. Some got it. My riches, my body and soul.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, Helmet Chili? What's going on, Black Man? Brother Black Tread, Sister Seek Amethyst. Got my brother Blackavelli up in here. Hey, man, check it out. Tonight, we're going to mess with some camera settings and nothing too serious. But it can get serious. I got a bunch of videos uploaded, right? Bunch of random TikTok videos. But I said, you know what? I'm going to test out on the channel tonight. It's a late stream. So if you are up, you probably ain't got to go to work tomorrow, and that's all good. We're going to rock out. My brother Black Chili. Helmet Chili. Shit, I'm tripping. Y'all forgive me. All right, let's cam up and get into it. Here we are. How y'all doing tonight, man? First video up. So I locked in and saved this video, right? Because this brother, I think he tried to pull a play out of the Sisters Playbook. He probably was looking for some sympathy online. And this is an attempt to try to garner some sympathy, right? It looked like the brother's going through a bad situation. And this is absolutely the way not to grieve, right? We talk about masculinity. We talk about standing 10 toes down. We talk about standing on your own. You got this brother who took it upon himself to get online. Well, I'm going to just show you what he did.
Yo, that was my heart. That was my heart. That was my heart. Yo, my mom is dead. Y'all pray for me. Please pray for me. Yo, that was my mama. That was my mama, y'all.
Bruh. So see, don't laugh. Hey, we're gonna watch it one more time. And I want y'all to, I noticed something in this video, and I want to see I want to see if y'all noticed it too. Now, when my mother passed, my mom died when I was 21. The last thing I thought about doing was getting online and crying and whimpering to try and garner some sympathy. This ain't masculinity, bro. It's not. We're gonna watch it one more time, and I want to see if y'all noticed the same thing that I noticed when I watched this.
Yo, that was my heart. That was my heart. That was my heart. Yo, my mom is dead. Y'all pray for me. Please pray for me. Yo, that was my mama. That was my mama, y'all.
Hey, if you look at that video, when he's holding the camera in the background, you can see like the name of the hospital. You know what I'm saying? It's like he kind of rocking back and forth to the side, and you can actually see the name of the hospital in the back. And so the question that I have is, bro, like, what was the goal? Like, why would you put yourself out there like that? There's nothing that I could go through that would make me expose myself in that type of state. So it leads me to believe that it's cap. But you know what, though? I'm going to share the stream. And I want to open it up to everybody. hey, Brother Blackavelli. So that's the stream link. I'm going to share the stream. And wouldn't mind some of that heat here now. Man, it's about to get cold, bro. The part of the country that I'm in, bro, it's about to get cold. So I dropped the link, and as I go through these videos, right, if you feel comfortable enough calling in, by all means, do so. That's the whole point of doing this. Maybe you can't notice, but this stream is in 1080p. Make sure we're good to go. When I was on vacation in Texas, I was gone for 2 weeks and cut my beard too low. So we are in the phase where we're trying to get this thing back. And I got probably I probably got like a good 10, 15 videos that we're gonna watch and kind of talk through. So first glance, the brother crying, all in the seat cracking me up. The first video of the brother crying, all in the camera. That was my mama, y'all. That was my mama, y'all. Pray for me, y'all. Like, man, come on, bro. Grown ass man. Come on, bro. Took your advice. Go get it. Hell yeah, bro. Hey, I got so many freaking flyer miles now that I'm almost up to like a free ticket. You know what I'm saying? Maggie, Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Anybody who's here who's not subscribed to Maggie the Substitute Teacher or Seek Amethyst, by all means, go by them sisters' pages. Click subscribe, click the notification bell. Good sister, support the brothers in the space. Really, really stand up, beautiful spirits that support all of the brothers in this space. So we want to make sure we support them in the same way, okay? My brother Blackavelli said it's sad on a serious note, but still, man, have some dignity. Bro, that's what it all boils down to. It boils down to dignity, man. Like, how can you, I'm telling you, I can't think of a single situation where I would be going through something that is supposedly traumatic, but I'm online crying about it with the hospital in the back as a backdrop. It's not that, nah, bro. Even at my mom's funeral, man, I can remember. I was 21. My mother died of breast cancer. And we got to the church, and I knew that I wasn't prepared to see my mom in this casket, right? So we were, seeing the hearses and all that kind of stuff, right? Seeing people that you hadn't seen in a while. My sister's toe up. My brother was locked up, as usual. Just kind of seeing people going through it, right? So I'm walking up to the church, and it's like everything was happening in slow motion. I was walking up to the doors of the church. I know that my mother, this woman who raised me ever since I was a kid, is inside of this church, and she's inside of this casket, and she knew she was going to pass. She picked out the color of her dress and everything, right? And, I'm waiting to walk inside of this church, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, get it together. At 21, I'm thinking to myself, get it together, man up, even at 21, man up. You're going to sit down, you're going to go through whatever happens. Y'all going to leave the church, you're going to go to the burial site. They're going to lower your mother in the ground. And then the rest of your life is going to be different from this day forward. So I knew that at 21. Not once did I think to record myself crying. And that brother looked like he older than 21. There's a lot of people coming in late. We're going to watch this video, this short clip one more time to put it into context exactly what it is that we're talking about. Seek said, yeah, something wrong with people these days, bro. You ain't lying. It's almost like it's part clout chasing, part mental illness, bro. I can't think of a situation where I would do that. Wouldn't mind some of that heat here now. Yes, sir. Coming through to show support, we got the Sister Maggie. We'll call that out again. I have a cool voice. Seek, I appreciate it, sister. Hey, you got a cool laugh. If you have never heard Seek's laugh, her laugh will make you laugh, if that makes sense. So I appreciate you being here, sister. Helmet Chili. This is my brother right here, man. We be on IG going back and forth. Got my brother A Free in the building. I wouldn't wish losing a parent on anyone. I've been through that pain. Yeah, bro, I lost my mother when I was 21. I lost my pops when I was 25. But I was raised in a way that to be self-sufficient real early on. So if you're hungry, you can go make some noodles. You can go in there and fry some bologna. I know how to fry chicken and everything else. Man, my grandma taught me how to cook when I was real young. So by the time my parents passed, I was already self-sufficient. But the stigma that I get is, are you cold? Are you hard? It's like, nah, bro, I was raised to take care of yourself, Don't await somebody to come by with a Messiah complex to save you. That's the mentality that I was raised with. Yeah, sad about his mom. Have some dignity. That's what it boiled down to. Have some self-pride. Just balling to random strangers. That's just crazy. It's crazy. My brother Helmet Chili, not everything is meant for online consumption. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know the funny thing about this, bro? Some of our sisters need to take this advice. Not everything is meant for online consumption, because the so-called gender war that's happening between men and women, a lot of this is fueled and driven by what the fuck calling me at 12:03? Oh, excuse me. Trick. Not everything is meant for online consumption. A big part of the gender war that's happening right now is because a lot of sisters felt free to just spew a lot of what they actually felt online, and brothers are responding to it. And then, of course, they respond to that, and then you have what's called this so-called gender war. I don't consider it a war. I think war is when bloodshed happens, but if if bloodshed is egos, then by all means, that's definitely what happened. My brother A Free said my brother got some new use. Hey, I'm not suited and booted tonight. Ain't no collared shirt. This is our testing camera settings at 1080p. How's the sound on the microphone? And I know it may sound like an echo. So obviously, if you've watched me long enough, then you know this background is the Kentucky background. So I was in Texas a couple weeks back here, back working, off on vacation. But I think I may work from home tomorrow, so we're gonna rock out. I wouldn't wish losing a parent on anyone. I've been through that pain. Was it your mother or your father, bro? If you don't mind me asking. I know for me, it was my mother. So, but like I said, I was prepared for everything, man. My old man prepared me. My mother prepared me. Um, I really don't, I'm not sad about it, anything like that. I bet you was putting them small cuts on the side of that bologna in the frying pan to keep, man, say, when you fry the bologna in the middle of it, pop up, you take a fork and you try to press it down to the skillet, try to get it to stick a little bit. But that bologna sandwich with 2 slices of government cheese on some Texas toast, change your life. It was your mother. Sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that. The vacation was cool, brother. I really, brother, held me chilly, so I just flew back home. Really didn't do too much. Stayed out of the way. Got some stuff done around the house. Some of the furniture that I moved out here, I actually replaced at the house. So that way, whenever I fly, I don't have to pack a real big bag. I got clothes in both places, got furniture in both places, TVs, all of that stuff. So just trying to make both spots as cozy as possible. We're gonna get into some more of these videos. So we saw the brother losing his marbles. Here's another one too. So we're gonna check out this video, and I want to get y'all thoughts on it.
Allegheny Middle School and Alderdice High School.
So that was a funeral that was happening. And that's a real life story too. So this young brother got killed. This was gun violence. This brother got taken out, and at his funeral, the ops showed up and started shooting at the funeral. His friends started shooting back outside. And apparently he was already ready for a dude popped up with a ski mask on. So check it out one more again.
Allegheny Middle School and Alderdice High School.
Sad, can't even bury the dead in peace no more. A lot of the young brothers, man, they are bought into social media hook, line, and sinker. I see videos where people are playing Call of Duty online. And people talk shit back and forth, right? That's normal on the games, but you'll hear a lot of dudes that's not even from Chicago saying on folk them. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. A lot of our brothers lost in the sauce. My brother Blackavelli saying Chicago, that's what Chicago is. Yeah. Shit, I wouldn't put it past. I looked that story up. And it's somewhere out here in the Midwest. Definitely somewhere out here. But check this out. So if you guys notice, most of my content is centered around men's content, growth, leadership, the stuff that I'm real familiar with. But every now and then I touch on some red pill stuff. And when I put that poll up a couple of weeks back, I said, hey, what type of content do y'all want to hear? A lot of people leaned towards the leadership stuff. Some people said they want to hear like some of the old Pookie stories of when I was kind of deep in these streets. But this one here is this strong, independent narrative that have been pushed to a lot of our sisters. Is coming back to bite them. So this is a video centered around that. And once again, let me pin this link, or let me scroll this link, so that if anyone wants to come up, you're more than welcome to. Let's do that. In the next video.
Being a mom, being homeless, no fucking stroller, like literally like, I'm at fucking breaking point right now.
Uh-oh. That strong independent shit ain't working. Bro, I got sisters right now that I'm trying to save their job. Trying to keep from firing them before Christmas. And luckily enough, I'm able to use discernment Because if I had a deep dislike for them, which I don't, it would be a rough Christmas, bro, or a rough New Year. But trying to work with them and trying to, you know, trying to be understanding, being somebody who's a parent. I don't know if they're gonna make it to the new year. But yeah, that was real, bro. That was real. Check it out one more again.
Being a mom, being homeless, no fucking stroller. Like, literally, like... I'm at fucking breaking point right now.
Yeah. You know, that's a polar contrast to a lot of stuff we see online, bro. You see so many times where a lot of sisters be like, I don't need a man. And there's some more of these videos in here that I uploaded too. I don't need a man. What do we need y'all for? Y'all are dusty. Go build something. All of the insults that you hear from a lot of the sisters that get on these apps and get online. And of course, we know there's a whole community. And there's a sister whose name I'm not going to mention. I don't even go look at or listen to her content. But we all know there's a sister who's probably making a pretty good living off of dragging brothers, but that's neither here nor there. The reality of it is, obviously, as you can see, as the economy gets worse, as things tighten up, not only in the US and stuff tighten up around the world, some of the most vulnerable people as it relates to this are women in general, Black women specifically. So that's why I say when you have people like Seek, when you have people like AV, when you have people like Mona, when you have people like Maggie that support brothers and they don't push this negative trope about brothers, I like to make sure that we always support them and that we always acknowledge them when they're in these spaces. Dudes who don't know better, they'll see you actually supporting the sister and be like, oh, you a simp. But bro, the reality of it is that term gets thrown around too loosely. So I don't think we got any of those brothers in the chat, which is good. That means that the channel is growing the way it's supposed to. It's attracting the right type of people. So we're good there. And I'm gonna bring up some of you guys' comments because I want to make sure I respond to them. My brother Helmet Chili say Pookie stories take conjures up the era of the Harlem Renaissance. Stories of another era. Hey, they definitely stories of another era, bro. I'm torn between sharing because I want to give everybody the real right. I wasn't always the person that I am now. It was some growing pains and some learnings and some bumping of the heads, you know. Keep it real. That's a small segment, but they are the loudest. Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. You know, bro, on both sides of the aisle. So you have some sisters who would come out and say they will say all of the negative tropes about brothers. And behind the scenes, they still rocking with brothers. But it makes money, right? It's no different than the comedians that come out and praise men, but you know, offline they do something completely different. You know, one of the first things that there are so many signs to share that they're comedians. It's just sad to see a lot of brothers underneath those TikTok videos in the comments who aren't able to see it and they just happy to have somebody that is saying some so-called encouraging words, and that's cold, man. He said old Wrench was out there in the streets. Boy, say was out there deep in them streets doing the absolute most. But I'm glad and I'm blessed, man, that I had an opportunity to get it right. Took a lot of work, took a lot of networking, a lot of maturity to get it right. So I'm lucky, man. I got a whole bunch of homeboys that did make it. You know, but shout out to them, man. Shout out to my homeboy Jelly. Shout out to Kevon. Shout out to Peanut Butter. You know, a whole bunch of homeboys that didn't make it. Shout out to Melvin Clemens, Lil Goat. Bunch of homeboys that didn't make it. Shout out to Lorenzo. Cold shit, man. These names have been changed to protect. Yeah, man. These are all of the names that I just named. These are our homeboys that's dead, man. You know, so My brother say talking that ish. Meanwhile, I got a ninja in the next room with a with a do-rag on, rolling the blunt, waiting for her to get off live. Facts. Facts. Hey man, my brother Black Tread, no man. Shout out to West Dallas. You know what I mean? Shout out, shout out. My brother A Free say, glad you got through, bro. Man, me too. One of the things that have made me really good at leadership and specifically leading a lot of the brothers that I'm in charge of leading. So my workforce is probably 95, 98% Black. And a lot of the people that leadership was not able to break through to before I got there, we've been able to switch a lot of those brothers' mind around and switch their thought process around and their way of thinking. And the reason why is because I can relate to a lot of these dudes. I can relate to, the brother who he got it in his mind that he want to save his family, but he, still in the streets and, coming to work late because he's been up all night doing dumb shit. I can relate to them brothers and I can break it down in a way to where they understand that, hey, bro, this is not a game, man. You got a real opportunity here to do something with this. And so I show them, I try to get them on a plane as much as possible. Try to get them out of their environment, try to get them out of their neighborhoods as much as possible. My boy said them Big T days, hey man, you can go to Big T, you can get your car lifted, you can get it sat on some foes, get you some tent, get you some beat. You can do all of that. It's a one-stop shop. If you can make it out alive, shit. If you can make it out alive, bro. What you know about Big T? A Free? Man, you out there on the East Coast, man. What you know about Big T, brother? Let's see what this next video is. Oh man. So in the spirit of Amar'e Stoudemire going through what he's going through with his daughter, right? Let me ask y'all how you would handle this situation.
Valentina, what is the problem?
My problem is that you didn't get off your lazy ass and charge this.
It's not my responsibility.
Boy, I would have knocked her ponytail. Hold on, let me show y'all that again. She got some nerve, bro.
Valentina, what is the problem?
My problem is that you didn't get off your lazy ass and charge this.
It's not my responsibility.
Shit. Man, say. Boy. I wish mine would. You know what? Mine tried it. And been a cool customer ever since. My brother Afie said, I traveled these streets. I've been there many times, did some business with people down there. Hell yeah. I think I told you about the time I got caught in White Plains, New York. Oh man, I might save it for another stream, but yeah, man, I got caught up on some pookie shit up in White Plains, New York, man. White girl was oh snap. This is at Florida Evans Teeth. Just straight up. My brother Black Tread said she didn't all of a sudden feel entitled. Yeah, straight up. There was something leading up to that. For her to feel that empowered to have that kind of sass and that type of response, man, say that definitely hey man, like I said, mine got to feeling herself at one point and tried it, bro. And I responded accordingly. That shit there, as hard as I work, yeah, that shit ain't gonna fly, man. It's not gonna fly at all. Let's see here. My brother Blackavelli, bro, one, I would cancel the internet, get rid of all the technology. She'll be able to stream the ad with. Hey, light a campfire underneath that little laugh. I mean, look at the energy she had too. She was just kind of like, look at the neck rolling that she was doing. Watch this.
Valentina, what is the problem?
My problem is that you didn't get off your lazy ass and charge this.
It's not my responsibility.
Man, say. But let a lot of people tell it it's mental illness. Man, I would have gave us some mental illness. Would have gotten my ass cut, like we say. Straight up. Straight up. You talking about getting the ass cut, and boy, I said I would have been lit the boy. hard to discipline kids now. Yeah, you seen they lock up Amari Stoudemire the other day for, hey, bro, my first case was getting on my son's ass. Straight up, bro. I made it through the streets with no trouble. Was a cool customer. And my son started smelling himself and testing my gangster, bro. And like I said, I responded. And even though it was a big inconvenience, if I had to do it again, I would. But me and my son get along good. Now we talk for shit 3-4 hours. Day before yesterday, you know. I hope Amari didn't steal off on his daughter, though. I think he did, bro. I think his daughter called his mama a biatch or something like that. And I think but you know what, man? This is the thing that, you know, when I hear stuff like that, I highly doubt that it just started that day. You know what I'm saying? Because even with my situation, bro, it was so, bro, I lectured and lectured and lectured and lectured and lectured and lectured some more and lectured and tried to sit down and have conversations and lectured some more in the midst of, you know what I mean? It was just, I was like, fuck this. You know, there's no resolution in sight. Nah, we're gonna have to nip this in the bud. We got a celebrity in the room, y'all. We got a celebrity in the room. We got Miss Brittany B. Miss Brittany B from Fight Club. If y'all haven't, man, please go over to Brittany B's channel. She had R&B music playing in the background. Her whole live be smelling like what's that shit? It be smelling like bath bombs, bro. Even when you click on the link on her lives, your house immediately starts smelling like bath bombs and scentsies and shit. I think it'd be like, what is it, like honeysuckle or what is it? What is that? Her whole vibe be smooth over there, man. If you're not subscribed to Brittany B, make sure you go over there and support that sister, man. Make sure you support her. And like I said, she has some real cool conversations, man, and it's real laid back. You know, they be doing you know what I'm saying? They be incense burning and shit. You know, it'd be like silk curtains hanging around. Like once you go to her live, you just automatically have silk curtains in your shit. And you be like, damn, what the fuck? But it'd be a real cool vibe over there, man. Y'all make sure you check this beautiful sister, Miss Brittany B. Make sure you check her out. I heard of Indians who take their kids back to their country. Oh, boy, imagine getting deported by your parents. He said, I heard of Indians who take their kids back to their countries from Canada so they can discipline them. Boy, like them third world countries. Boy, I heard. Had him looking like more than when he fought Tommy Hearn. Hey, man, my son tried to play. I had to learn him something. The mic. What about my mic, Brittany? What is it about my mic? What I do now? What I do now? See, I ain't got the same setup like you got. I think on Brittany B microphone, man, it's like sage burning on that motherfucker. So like whenever she go live, her mic starts smoking. It's like sage burning in the back. Oh yeah, and the red lights. But I'm telling you, it's a whole vibe over there, bro. It'd be dudes walking around in the background shirtless. It's like Cirque du Soleil. She got a whole setup, a whole vibe over there, man. I think I saw like a flamingo or something walking in the background, bro. She got a whole setup. He was pulling pit bull puppies outside of Wawa and brought the new mic. Everything that you guys see, so the 1080p streaming, the microphones, the mic stand, don't forget I got the soundboard. I actually got some new sounds loaded up on it too, man.
You did this shit, yo. You did this.
Everything that you guys see, man, it's been from the PayPals, the Cash Apps. I don't have super chats. I'm not monetized yet, but all of the stuff that you guys see is just when you guys bless me, I try to come back with a better product. You know what I mean? I did that one for my brother A Free.
You did this shit, yo. You did this. I didn't come out here with no fake shit.
Hey, if y'all don't know my brother A Free, man, back in the Kevin Samuels days, brother A Free was one of the moderators on Kevin's channel also. And when I say we used to cut up, those were the days, man, I would look forward to getting off of work. And what was it, on Mondays and Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I would look forward to getting off of work and just having a good ass roast session, man. So long live St. Kevin. Rest in power to him, man. Miss that brother like you wouldn't believe. Was an honor to have worked with him and moderated his channels and all of the other stuff, man. So shout out to the late great Kevin Samuels. Let's see, what is Brittany B? Don't forget the red lights. Yeah, she got the red the red light special. I'm telling you, when you go over there, the music is soft. The champagne is chilled. Hey, man. And she's a proud, what would you say? She's a proud union woman. That's what she'll tell you. Yeah, the red lights. Yeah, bro, it's an experience. It should be called the Brittany B experience. I'm telling you, sage burning over there, just all kind of shit. Let's say classic episode, talking about that Tommy Hearns episode. Yeah. Got my brother A Free. Yeah, those were the days, bro. I got another one too.
Not only do I gotta be ridiculed by the internet, but I gotta be ridiculed by you when you did this shit to me.
The organixy. What does that mean? What does that mean? The organixy. You care to explain, Miss Brittany B? What does that mean?
Not only do I gotta be ridiculed by the internet, but I gotta be ridiculed by you when you did this shit to me. You did this shit to me. You did this shit, yo. You did this. I ain't come out here with no fake shit. This shit really fucking happened.
Not only do I gotta be ridiculed by the internet. Tripping. Stay well, big bro. Absolutely, man. He said I would catch the replay. Good to catch it live. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna try to get try to do this a lot more, more often. Bro, if you only knew the labor of loving and growing us, bro. I work a lot of long hours trying to pour into these young brothers. Brother A Free. Stay well, big bro. I surely will, man. I surely will. We're gonna check out some more of these videos too. Check this out.
What is it that you think we need y'all for?
All right, so got some really cool stats for you. The agricultural industry only made up of 36% women. Construction, 9%. Water maintenance, 18%. The electrical industry, 23%. Oil and natural gas is only made up of 22% women. And the military is only made up of 16% women. So we feed you, we clothe you, we get you fresh water, we take the nasty water away because nobody wants that. We keep the lights on, we build the house, we keep the house warm, and then when the devil comes knocking at the door, we go outside and we go toe-to-toe with his ass. So if I know how to cook, clean, and do my own damn laundry, besides the gaping hatchet wound that the good Lord gave you between your legs, the fuck do we need you for?
Hey, y'all done pissed Billy Bob off. Y'all done pissed him off. Them motherfuckers say fucking Budweisers and fucking bald eagles. You done fucking pissed them off. Budweisers and bald eagles. Fucking Trump USA. Hey man, y'all better quit playing. Y'all better quit playing. The funny thing about this conversation is a lot of the white brothers, man, they sat back and took it as long as they could, but I think the so-called gender war, and seeing the back and forth between a lot of the brothers and the sisters kind of emboldened them. That boy got to dropping stats. He was like, I would clean the water. When the boogeyman comes, we go to the front door. He's calling it all out. Well, let's watch Billy Bob one more again. Boy, say he's sick of this shit.
What is it that you think we need y'all for?
All right, so got some really cool stats for you. The agricultural industry only made up of 36% women. Construction, 9%. Water maintenance, 18%. The electrical industry, 23%. Oil and natural gas is only made up of 22% women. And the military is only made up of 16% women. So we feed you, we clothe you, we get you fresh water, we take the nasty water away because nobody wants that. We keep the lights on, we build the house, we keep the house warm, and then when the devil comes knocking at the door, we go outside and we go toe-to-toe with his ass. So if I know how to cook, clean, and do my own damn laundry, besides the gaping hatchet wound that the good Lord gave you between your legs, the fuck do we need you for?
Hey, man. Y'all better quit playing. Y'all better quit playing. Brittany B, what are your topics about, bro? She probably went to sleep. I know she be working, bro. She working long hours. She probably done laid it down. Or she might be channel hopping. She might be jumping back and forth between a bunch of channels. Said pour into the older ones too. Yeah. Country Hank keep them stats. Hey, he got the rattling them off, did he? He had he had his desktop. He had had his desktop open up. He was like, let me rattle this off. Absolutely. Women don't understand the jobs that men actually do, but they don't. And I can tell you as somebody who works in like I said, at the director level, bro, there's so many, like, it's not even across the board. It's really one-sided, bro. And there's so many initiatives that are meant to empower women, so many trainings that we have, like the diversity and inclusion trainings and stuff like that, bro. And they're literally trying to force women into environments that a lot of them really don't like, bro. And when they in it, they're miserable. You know what I'm saying? But the way that things go now, a lot of them are too prideful to say that, man, you know what? I'm in over my head. I'm in over my head on this. And it makes the work environment, you know, it definitely takes away from it. Billy Bob went for official data like a motherfucker. He giving stats with 2 well manicured I didn't even see the stains on his t-shirt. Oh man. Brittany say, I'm still here. A-Free is random. It's a chill spot. If you've ever watched this, This Is Fight Club, then you know why I created my space. Yeah, hey, if y'all haven't subscribed to Fight Club too, man, support that brother Anton, bro. You know, this brother is a legit millionaire, bro, and you have regular brothers trying to take pot shots at this brother sometimes, man. And every blue moon you'll have somebody try to. I'll be sitting back watching like, bro, if y'all just shut up and listen. He give y'all a bunch of game. You dropping a bunch of game, man. People don't. You're too busy hating. That's what it really boiled down to. Because I ain't never heard him say nothing or seen him do nothing that ever offended me. I'll be kicked back chilling. But his Millionaire Morning Show, he really be dropping game. Really be dropping game. My boy said, I never seen Fight Club. On the scene with the Fight Club. Fight Club is cool, man, especially like on the weekends. Because I think they go from like late at night to shit damn near to in the afternoon or late morning. On Fridays, Saturdays, and Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. A lot of different viewpoints. A lot of recurring talking points, a lot of the same discussions, more or less centered around relationships and sometimes centered around finances, but it always goes towards the ladies. So get into this next one. So try not to laugh.
So what's up guys? Tuturuan ko kayo paano mag-karate.
Oh, gobi. Sipa. Oh, talon.
Man, sit your little ass down. So boy, sit your little ass down. Here's with the shit. Let's go to the next one. So check this out too. This next one is my common sense told me that for people who make out adult content, right? Apparently, there's this thing where women are recording in public, like in public places. I read a story a while back where this chick went to a car lot. That she got in the back of like one of, what do they call them, Jeeps? It's like a Scat Pack, but it's a Jeep. And decided to put on a show in back of this Jeep and had the whole car stinking, and they had to call the law. She went to jail. They had to sue her. It was just a whole situation. But this video right here is kind of centered around that. Check this out.
Hi, boss.
Angeles Police Department, we have a warrant for your arrest.
For what?
Lewd acts and indecent exposure in public. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak within
Nah, that's makeup. Appreciate that track, Hawk. Appreciate that, Breeze. Nah, that's makeup. She was crying. Check it out.
Hi, Los Angeles Police Department, we have a warrant for your arrest.
For what?
Lewd acts and indecent exposure in public. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can.
Look at Brittany B. Is that bruises? Ain't nobody hit her. Not enough face anyway. Ain't nobody hit her. Not enough face. What was happening, she was out recording prawn in public. And the laws found out who she was, came to her house, and arrested her with her pookie. Bro, it make you think, what is it that these ancient cultures and societies know about women that we don't know? Serious question. And it's not all of them, but it's enough of them to like just pushing it all the way to the edge, man. People think life is a damn reality show. Hell yeah. And then when you get caught up or jammed up, you're looking for some help. I'm like, hey man, man, say. I know she got a pack of Newports and $20 in that cleavage. She better have a damn debit card so she can bail out. That damn show came and got her and took her to jail. Not enough faith. Yeah, she getting beat, all right. That damn show ain't no faith. All right, what the hell she doing that for? Man, I don't know why y'all be doing a lot of the stuff y'all do, Miss Brittany B. Not you, but you get my drift. You get my drift. Brittany B, you know attention is a new currency. Hell yeah, man. Attention and clout, boy, say. That shit there. It's life-changing. Let's see what is the next one we got. Oh, so the Passport Bros. Shout out to the Passport Bros. Você fala português? I'm rusty as hell on my Portuguese, but shout out to the Passport Bros. You know, there's a lot of, I've seen where women have been like, y'all gonna go over there and they over there looking for young girls and all this other kind of stuff. And you see the reaction of the other women. We're going to look at a couple of them too, but I'm behind the scenes and I know the conversations that happen. I would never tell what happens behind the scenes because, you know, that ain't my get down. I know how to shut up. But these brothers are not going to these places. If you notice, why is it that a lot of them are going to countries of the diaspora? You know, they're going to Brazil, right? They're going to, it's a lot of them going to Africa. A lot of people just don't know. But if they go into Africa, this is probably what they can look forward to.
I've never seen black men who are Americans intermarry with African ladies. I don't know what is going on, but I have never seen it.
Because first things first, the first and simplest way to get into someone's culture is intermarrying. Find yourself an African black girl like us and marry us. And these are the benefits of marrying someone like, for example, East Africa. You get an East African community passport because immediately if you marry me, you become Ugandan.
We are together like the same way. If I marry a white person and go abroad,
then you become
a citizen.
Yes.
I see a lot of women intermarry. Like women are so open to relationships. It doesn't matter where or where. But it's like black American men are so specific. They only want the other race.
Yeah. Which is not bad to have a preference of another race, but African Americans, you need to understand, marrying in Africa
is the best benefit you can ever invest in.
Get Get yourself a Somali girl. Get yourself a Kenyan girl. And
An Ethiopian girl.
I mean,
you're going to get land. You're going to build your house that you will have for the rest of your life with no strings attached.
Imagine if an American has 10,000 and brings it to Africa. Bro, you can buy land. You can buy land in my country.
The American person to come to Uganda is really cheap. So pack your bag. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. They'll tell you to stop and don't come because they are scared. Listen to yourself. Go to any African country that you desire and feel the air of Africa. When I was growing up, I used to say to myself, when I go to America, if I meet like these Black Americans, I'll tell them about our traditional food. I'll ask them like what is going on, like, connect, help each other. But here we are fighting.
I didn't know we had beef, and now it's there.
But ask yourself, who gave you that beef on me? Who gave you that history about me? Did you write your history about yourself?
No.
Do we write our history in schools in Africa?
No, we don't.
So why are we each other's enemy?
Exactly. However, still when you see the DNA test saying you are 95% Nigerian, carry your ass on a plane and visit Nigeria.
There's Northern Africa, there's Eastern Africa, West Africa, there's South Africa, there's Central Africa.
Some of you, the forehead is calling you to go to East Africa. Some of you, the nyash is calling you to go to South Africa. But you are there. You're thinking of welcome to the continent.
I just wish to have Black
American friends.
Just to understand each other.
Official announcement. I'm looking for Black American friends. I'd love to see my Black American friends. This is me, like, is this what they call manifesting? Seeing us, like, together. I take you to Uganda.
She says, that's what they call manifesting. Your forehead is calling you to go to South Africa. Hey, man, we can keep playing this game like brothers are not sought after. And I know it's cute now. And I know that a lot of sisters, accountability is not their strong suit, not just sisters, women in general. But the world is watching. And this is not me trying to fearmonger. I'm telling you what I know. So many times when I'm back home, not dressed up, I'm in my lifted truck, minding my business, moving throughout the city, running errands. The ones that shoot they shot do not look like me. Just saying. I dropped the link. Ain't nobody coming up. Boy, y'all gonna leave me up here dolo. That's cool. We're gonna watch all these videos then. We're gonna watch all these videos. I know everybody got a drunk ass uncle. So I found one that I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to. I thought it was funny. But like my grandma used to say, like we say in the South, boy, drunk ain't shit.
Damn. Damn.
I was drinking at that. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Ooh, shit.
It's cool when you do it. When I do it, a problem. Fuck 'em.
So drunk ass down somewhere. I'm gonna say it's cool when they do it. When I do it, it's a problem. Drunk as hell. Drunk ain't shit. Let's get into some of these comments. Hey, Free say, you know what? Just this new currency. All right. Look at her. There she goes. She said, and it's just crazy and weird, but who am I? I'm a Midwest 3 small town union girl. Lame and simple. She ain't lame, bro. Don't be fooled. She's a celebrity in these streets. No, don't be fooled. I'm surprised this passport bro. I'm surprised this passport bro became a thing. I've been traveling overseas for years, so it's not a new concept. Is it just because they're putting it on social media? The goal behind Passport Bros and the Art of Will is on my channel. He's subscribed to the channel. It was really to let other brothers know, right? To sound the alarm to other brothers, say, hey man, you're dealing with this in the States. Get your passports, explore, get outside of your comfort zone. There's a saying that I heard that says if you've never lived 50 miles outside of the area where you grew up, then your mind is not as expanded as you think it is. And I can tell you, moving from the South to the Midwest, it definitely opened my eyes to a lot of stuff that I was ignorant to and didn't know. So there could be some truth to that. I don't consider myself a passport bro, but technically I fit the description. I think my bro in the Middle East. I know you said, I think you're in Qatar. My brother Blackavelli be on the go. Dang, that make me want to go there and marry them. I know you see it. I know. Hey, that should work in your favor, Brittany B. I should be in Nigeria next month. What you got going in Nigeria, bro? My boy be all over the place. Tripping off that concept became a topic. Yeah, it was a lot of brothers really trying to sound the alarm to other brothers and let them know that you do have other options. It's basically like hacking the system, right? Hacking this westernized, feminist-driven culture, really, for brothers who want more traditional outcomes or more traditional dynamics. My boy said he been in Milan. No wonder I haven't seen you in these streams. My bro said he been over there with those with the Italians, Milan. From Italians and French folk. The World Cup. See, my brother Blackavelli be on it. So he done smoked them teeth out. Drunk as hell. Drunk as hell. He drunk them teeth out, lips ashy and busted, going through a thing. The world is bigger than the U.S. Hell yeah. Hey man, I got where my damn passport at. I got mine around here too somewhere. I think it's in the drawer. But I definitely got mine. I like Qatar. Was there for the IndyCar race with the Prince of Qatar. Met that dude on the gumball race. Had a ball there. Yep. See, brothers really moving and grooving. And a lot of y'all, bro, are not content creators. You know what I'm saying? And I understand why. But when I sit down and I talk to y'all, man, or when I do streams and y'all drop in and y'all get to exchanging ideas and information, talking to each other, bro, it's a lot of brothers moving and shaking, moving and grooving in a way that a lot of people don't know. That's one of the reasons why I be getting offended when they refer to black men as dusties and go Bill something. I'm like, bro, you got brothers moving all over the globe, making shit happen. That shit there, that dusty shit played out. Look at that, boom, I was there as well. Not in VIP though. Brothers moving and grooving, man. So shout out to y'all, bro. Pin the link in the chat. Brittany B. And let me explain something to you, sister. Explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. See, that's that celebrity shit. She like pin it in the chat, nigga. Celebrity. All right. I don't know if that did it, but I don't know how to pin it to the top. I'm new to this. I ain't true to this. You see how she jumped? Hold on, let me show you. Look at it, he said, dude's cool as hell. Bro, they kicking it with the Prince of Persia around this month. Let's just say I'm helping you out. I'll teach you. All right, teach me how you pin it to the top. Let's go. Because I clicked the little star on the side. How you pin it to the top? Where's that? Yeah, Brittany B, if you call in, I'll be like, you know what, you sure right. So, how do you pin it to her? Oh, here she go. Here she go. And she got the red light special on too. Oh, Lord.
What's going on?
What's going on? How you doing, sister?
I'm doing good. I said I'll teach you.
Yeah. So, boom, what you gonna teach me? I need to pin it to the top. What we doing?
So when you actually go into your studio and you watch YouTube and you see YouTube from there, you have the ability to pin it to the top of the chat.
And so it said that it start.
Yeah, it's fine the way you got it now. But you know, if you're not used to it, I had to get used to it. So
yeah, because normally I'll like stream it at the bottom like it's doing now, like as a banner.
Yeah.
And
how we gonna catch that?
Man, you better be able to use them home keys, shit.
Oh my goodness
Gotta
gracious.
catch it on the go. Like
Somebody
Kevin used to say.
said, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Somebody said I need a disco ball. Hold on.
Look at knowing her, bro. She mess around and go back and get one. If she don't already look at.
Boo. Now
See what I
I
mean?
got caught last
see
time
that?
getting up to turn my light off, and that's all over the place. So let me.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
you're showing the cakes on Fight Club.
I thought I was out of frame.
I got
So
you out of frame.
apparently I wasn't. So
You was out of
I have to
frame,
make
man.
sure I calm down because I don't be exposing all that
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So out of all of the videos that are streamed, did you see all of them? I probably did. Probably a good 7 or 8 so far.
On your
Which
channel?
one? Yeah, tonight.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I was just clicking. It's random TikTok videos.
Oh, I thought you meant. I was like, I just got home.
Nah.
I just saw you was live. So when you saw me in the chat, I normally make say hi and all that other stuff. That's when I jumped in.
I got you. You in them long hours, man. If y'all don't
It's
know,
only 8.
Oh, I know. Last time I heard, I think Fight Club, you was like, yeah, I just worked 36 hours. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, because Fridays are difficult because I mean, people know I work at General Motors, so we do 9 hours on Fridays. So I do 9 hours. I'm a second shifter. I get off at 10:40. I get home around 11:30, and then Fight Club is 11:45, and then we do it all night long. So yeah, that's normally like a 24-hour day for me.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this: as somebody who comes from a right-to-work state, Texas, right? And that's somebody who is union proud. I can dig it.
Yep.
What do you think the dynamic would be if you weren't in a union environment? Do you think the company would take advantage of the workers, or?
I don't know. I've always been union. So almost every job I've had, except for when I worked at FedEx and for the college, has been union. And I only worked at FedEx because I didn't know to go to UPS, or I would have went to UPS.
Because they got a union.
Yes. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like companies try to get away with as much as they can anyway. So they would probably try to get away with more. So you would actually just have to be a knowledgeable employee on how to conduct yourself. And I think a lot of times, I mean, I've seen it my whole life that people try to get away with stuff. So I've heard the bias and, union always protect bad employees, but they also do good. But people abuse stuff all the time, no matter what. That's why, I've been in manufacturing. My body is good. I don't have any pains. My shoulders are good. I don't play around with FMLA because I watched people mess around with FMLA, abuse their FMLA. So thank God I don't have any, well, I can't say that, but I don't have, my mother's not in a situation where I need to care for her yet. And any other problems where I have to, because that's my biggest fear. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to abuse it. I don't even want to get taught by abuser, but everybody is an abuser in some way, shape, or form. So I just stay away from it. My whole life, I've always stayed away from it. So I just try to stay healthy.
I got you. Have you ever looked back? Because I know you've been at your job for a minute. Have you ever looked back and saw, if you quantify all of the union dues that you've paid? Have you ever did that?
No, because I've had in this city I'm in, the jobs that I've held have been good jobs. So I've had a job where I paid union dues weekly, monthly, and General Motors we pay monthly, and I don't even pay attention to it. I think it's $60. But I had a job before that they took an hour's wage weekly. So and back then I was it was like at the time I was like 20, it was $23. So it was just an hour's worth of work.
I got you. I guess one of the things I could say is, like I said, at the level that I'm at, I get a chance to see both sides of it. So I come from a right to work state, and then coming into a union environment or a union town, right? And I get a chance to see some of the dealings behind the scenes, and I wish that I could talk to some of the people in the workforce, but obviously you can't, right? It's in the contract. You can't say anything, pejorative. But what I would say without saying too much is, I think the union has its purposes, right? But I would also say that I'm trying to be careful with my words.
Yeah, I get it.
Things aren't always as they seem sometimes.
I get it. I get it.
But you may be in a good one, you know what I mean? And then with a
I'm in a strong one.
Yeah.
It's not only are we locally strong, it's nationally strong.
Nice.
So I'll say that. I'll say that.
Good.
Mentally. So they hold on to it. They stick together when it's necessary.
Yeah.
So.
I got you. Have you ever had to go on strike?
They went on strike before I got there. So I've only been at General Motors for 2 years, 2.5 now, almost 3. So like I got there. I got there in 2020. They went on strike in 2019, but I was a part of another union that actually, at the time when they went on strike, we didn't do anything like in super support, but we were still UAW as well. So we acknowledged. I put it like that. But it wasn't none. I wasn't a part of the big 3. I was a supplier. So.
Okay. So y'all went out there like rocking buses and stuff like that.
No. So.
I got you.
But next year is a contract year, so.
Well.
Not on mistake on purpose. That is hilarious.
Got my brother Charles Finley. What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
Hello, chat.
Yeah,
so I like that you interacting with your chat.
Why wouldn't I? These my people over here, man. Like I told you, my in full honesty and full transparency, man. If I wanted to like grow I know. So I deal with stats and stuff all day, right? It's how we form like our objectives for the year. We're always looking at stats. So with YouTube analytics, I know which and I've tried a bunch of different topics. I know which topics hit. But there's a moral component there too.
Yep.
And I talked about it on another stream. I was raised in a way where if you talk about somebody, right, you got to be ready to stand on it. So I don't see it's a big deal for me to come out and make a video about Brittany B. It's a big deal for me to come out and make a video about O'Shea or any content creator, right?
Right. Especially when you know him or you can talk to him. Like I work with Anton, so it's almost like when people put his name down or they try to, whatever. It's like God.
Whatever. Yeah. So like and that's the part about YouTube that I learned real fast is it's not like real life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a lot of the stuff that the way that you move in your everyday life outside of YouTube is not necessarily the same way that people would move on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, trust me. I learned and I know. That's why I move in silence. So
yeah, same, man. And I also said I would prefer to talk about like ideas, concepts. I would like different perspectives. Like shit, I want to learn something. You know what I mean? Something that I can take and be like, man, you know what, that shit. Some just put some fat on your brain. Something you can think about. You know what I mean? Yep. I know that the ratchet shit sells. I know that the normal talking points sell. But like I said, at the same time, I got to look at myself in the mirror every day. And if I know that I'm doing something online that I wouldn't do offline, then that's hard for me to swallow. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's one of the reasons why I steer clear of some of the panels. I'm like, bro, yeah. And off of YouTube, some of you niggas will be working for me. I'm not gonna argue with you, bro.
All right. And that's why, like, that's I was saying to A Free, like, when I created my channel, it was after Angry Man and like OG had gotten into it really, really bad on Fight Club, and they was going back and forth. And like I was hosting at the time, and they would just not be quiet. And we already have like a culture over there. Like I don't mute people. We don't get in the middle of it, me and Aaron. And so I was just like, Aaron, I don't. And then Aaron came up, and then they just stopped. And I was like, okay, no, I'm. So then I think like the next night I started a channel. Like I didn't start a channel. I already had my channel, and I did like one long live stream. I kicked it. People came up. It was like 13 viewers. It wasn't like, it was just, we was just chilling. It went 8 hours or 7.5 hours, just natural, you know? And the word is organic-y. I made it up. So
organic-y. So what is the meaning of organic-y?
Well, I'll trust me. I'll tell you, because I got a whole Brictionary and everything. So
I heard.
But yeah, so that is how I started my channel, and I just wanted to do something different. I mean, I've been doing Fight Club for over a year now. Well, late night live streams, it's been over a year, but Fight Club started, technically the channel started in May. So it can get rough sometimes, and I just wanted to create a different space. And that's why, you know, we normally don't have any topics, but it can build organically. And then the word organic, see, it's something I said, and I was just vibing, and it just came out. And basically the definition, everything about me on YouTube, how I came about, how I even got here. Like I came here for Dave Ramsey. When I started being on YouTube, I came to, you know, try to get out of debt. And I ran into Anton, and I started watching the Millionaire Morning Show, and I went up on the panel, and then he started the late night live streams. I jumped on those panels. And then the rest is history. That's when he gave me admin and all that other stuff. And then that's when we started the 12-hour live streams, because stuff was just happening. So everything about me on YouTube right now is organic. So everything you see about me is the organic-y of Brittany B. Is everything coming together, because it has no real origin. I didn't come here for a reason, but everything about me is organic. So when you come into my space and when you feel my vibe, it's the organic-y of me. It's everything that comes together. So it's like a verb, adjective. It's an adverb and an adjective. So don't worry, I'll get the definitions put together and everything like that. But people like my, you know, the community or the people who support me, they understand the organic-y of Brittany B. They know the word. They spelled it for me. I let the chat spell it because it was either a C or an X. So I picked X. So, you know, it's a whole vibe. Instead of saying vibe, it's the organic-y of Brittany B. So
I got you. So it's a synonym with vibe.
Yeah.
Basically, long story short.
Yeah. So it's basically a word you can use when you want to, you know, describe something happening organically.
That makes sense.
Because then everything after that, what people see is the organic-y of you or that situation. Because there's no origin. It all happened organically. So that means everything about it is the organic-y. That it's the organic-y you see. So
that makes sense. Yeah. Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Because I know I'm not crazy. Do you ever find it that you'll see guys talking to each other, right? On panels or whatever. You see guys talking to each other, and then whenever a female joins, or whenever they have conversations with a female, the voice changes. Like, yeah, hey, what's going on, Brittany?
It depends on the girl.
How you doing? It depends on the girl. Yeah.
Because then I've seen people jump up and they're like, ugh. And that's the one thing of female. You do not want nobody to hug you when you come in their presence.
Yeah. It's some, man, that I had my experience with a certain, I don't know if they're even a YouTuber, but I know they cat shit crazy. Her was all over the place, and it was just it was an experience. I'll put it like that. And I was just like, bro, I feel so dusty after that exchange. And I was like, never again. Never again.
Felt dusty?
I felt dusty. I was like, damn, did I?
Did you? What the heck just happened? So a lot of times, like when if you ever watch me, because there's a lot of ladies that be like, I like the way you handle yourself on the panel. because I'm stoic, which actually ends up making it. Yeah. So
You
I
handle it
don't.
well though. You handle it well. You know, it's not that shit is not for the faint at heart. You know, it
Well, a
can be
lot of
it can be
times,
taxing.
well, the thing is, and this is the one thing about the internet, um, you can say a lot without saying anything. So your response tells people more because they don't actually get to touch you or feel who you are in real life. So what
Right.
I've learned people try to do is get responses, and the
Mhm.
responses say more than your words. And a lot of times you have to come with principles. So my principle is any opinion you have, I accept it because you've only made it with the information I gave you, which is already controlled, meaning I know everything you about to say. You have to Eminem people sometimes. Whatever you say, I gave you the information, meaning I already know the outcome. So
You know what my probably where my fault is? I don't even be giving enough of a damn. I'll be like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I know, like I said, off of YouTube and in real life, I'll be like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You have when you and then obviously I love us enough, man. Like my life's purpose is to teach people how to fish. You know what I'm saying? And I think that when you spend so much time doing that and you actually out here, like you are literally putting everything you got into doing it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't translate into online because people want to be entertained. People have been at work all day, right? They want to see the exchanges. They want some of the drama. They want to talk about the hot topics. You know, they want to talk about Tory Lane. They want to talk about Dion. They want to talk about, the hot topics. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And for me, I just never gave enough of a damn about it because I always felt like if I'm focused on that stuff, and I'm not knocking nobody that do that kind of shit, but I've always felt like if I'm focusing on that stuff, then I'm shortchanging what I really care about in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's the big, but like I said, my 500 subscribers, man, I appreciate them rocking with me. Of course, brother Alan Obi, 527. We find out you've been looking at my
I see the
my
growth.
subscribers.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And a big part of it too is shout out to brother Alan Obi with We Need to Talk. He's shared a couple of posts that I put up. And the cool part about it is like you can get on here and you can talk about growing people and how my brother Anton say pouring into people, right?
Yeah.
But every now and then you got to show a little pizzazz. So I had to drop the beans on them boys, man. Last post.
And I'm not an entertainer. I like I said, I randomly came on a panel having a conversation with Anton. You watch somebody every morning and then you have an opportunity to have a conversation with them. That's more honorable than trying to prove them wrong or trying to
right.
I don't really care that much. And now I've met him several times. So now it's just like, okay. And now I'm doing business with him. So now it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I don't have to defend him or anything like that. So I don't try to get into those conversations. But again, I'm not an entertainer. So who I am, I know I'm goofy. I know I can be corny. I like that person. I'm not trying to be nothing else. If I have to get on your head, I can do that too. But that's not what I'm here for either. I'm not here to get on your head because whatever. I'm just here to give a perspective. And so if you've ever they said they haven't, but you've seen Fight Club, people try to dig into your personal to prove a point. Well, hold on. Then that means you don't know how to articulate your point.
Yeah.
So, you just have to be aware. And I think a lot of times, even if we talk about females, if you see somebody on the internet randomly, like TikTok, I don't watch TikTok. I'm normally on Instagram. Even if you see a post on Instagram, it's almost like, are you not aware of what you're saying and what you're putting out there? And I think it was A Freeze very active in the chat. He said, attention is currency. Well, I don't understand that part about life either. So I'm more of a low key background type person. So attention is not I don't need your attention.
Yeah.
Because I have fun by myself. So I don't go out there searching for attention either. So I've never understood that part. I've always separated myself from them, and I don't come on here trying to defend them.
Yeah.
If a lady come up here, the most you see me do on a panel, if a female's on a panel with me, is if a guy asks them a question, I can already see where this is going. I tell her, don't answer that, because you don't even realize, because one, you're going to respond emotionally, which again says more than what you're about to say. Then you don't even realize what you're about to say because you're about to try to defend something. Don't answer that. Then the answer may say more than what you're trying to tell. Don't answer that. That's 3 thought processes that that come so fast that you're not thinking. So that's the most you'll see me do. And then they're like, Brittany, why are you always trying to what they say? They call me a coach, or they say protect, because I'm a protector. So I'm going to say, don't answer that, and give her a minute to stop and think first. That's it.
So let me ask you this. As a woman, do you think that most of the responses, it's an immediate, like in defense mode versus really thinking about the question, kind of analyzing what's being asked and then answering? Is it more of like,
it's defense
off top?
Yep, it's defense.
So do you think that's across the board, or is it just only on the panels?
Well, what people will say is we don't have these conversations in real life, and we don't. I don't.
I've had a few. Not to that extent, right, where you screaming and yelling back and forth. Because for me, like I said, being a fly on the wall and putting all of life experience together is like, I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it is. And it's based on my life experience, right? Somebody else's experiences could be different. But for me, I'm like, bro, I don't see a reason to scream, shout, and argue about it if I know what it is. I mean, it's no different than me taking a look in the mirror when I was looking dusty, taking a look in the mirror, and I can vividly remember putting both hands firmly on the bathroom counter and looking at myself like, are you who you want to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you who you, like, be 100 with yourself? Are you who you want to be? And when I answered that question, I was like, in my head, I was like, nah, bro, you not. You fucking not, bro. Ain't nobody else here. And these are the thoughts that were going through my head as a, 23-year-old guy. You know what I mean? Like, these are the thoughts that were going through my head. Like, bro, you're not who you want to be. I don't care how you try to psych yourself out. Like, you got to get to work, bro. And you better get to work quick, because time is going to fly by. Yep. And that's what I did. But I say all of that to say that I think that it's a lot of that missing a lot of times on both sides of the argument, right? I choose to talk to a lot of the brothers most of the time, or men in general most of the time, because, and even having a smaller channel, I think it's good, because a lot of times people will feel a particular kind of way about not being where they want to be. So those are the conversations that I try to have. If you notice, you really don't see me do, like, I'll put up some shorts that's funny, and they may have some women on there or something, but for the most part, most of my content is centered around like mindset. Like, just like did you see the one where the brother was crying? The video that I put up?
Let
me show you this. What you think about this?
Yo, that was my heart. That was my heart. That was my heart. Yo, my mom is dead. Yo, pray for me. Please pray for me. Yo, that was my mama. That was my mama, y'all.
I didn't. There was something on the bottom. I didn't get to see my mama's dead part. So at first I'm just like, wait, what? And then you say mama. So the mama part makes you give sympathy, but at first you're like, wait, what's going on? So then the mama, you're like, oh no. But then you think, well, what's the point?
That's the same thing I said like an hour ago.
Yeah, but yeah, so no, I didn't see that. And again, attention. Like, so this is will sound like hard asses, because now we're like, what are you doing that for? And somebody else be like, well, his mama died. Okay, well, go be with your family or something. I don't know.
Right.
Like,
right.
What we doing? And see, I'm not a I because these spaces they'll knock you over your head. I'm not an emotional person like that. My grandfather passed in my arms because he had a heart attack, and you get that good cry out, and then now you realize, okay, now what? Like everything was taken care of. He lived a good life. We all grew up in church. He took care of all of us. Like now, logically, where's my pain going? It's actually not pain. It's happiness, because anything other than that would be selfishness. Same thing with my grandmother. They died a year apart from each other. Logically, we knew she was passing. So you can't really, again, selfishness to try to, why? They both we all grew up in church. We know what's going on, where they going. Anything other than logic would be, anything else would be selfishness. Yes, it hurts sometimes because you miss her, but then after that, the logic kicks in and it's like, all right, good, let's go. Because then if you really want to honor them, how would they want me to move? How would they want me to live? Let's do that and honor them, not necessarily with tears and emotion and selfishness, because 9 times out of 10, when somebody passes and you want them to stay here, if it's sudden, I understand sudden, but I haven't had sudden death. So I don't know it, and I don't try to, I can't knock anybody else that has, and I don't get into it because I don't understand it because I haven't experienced it. But logically, once they're gone, how would they want you to move? And that's how you honor them. So
I talked about it at the beginning of the stream when I first showed that video. I can't see a situation where my mother passes, I turn on the camera, the forward-facing camera, right? Get on TikTok and go live and then post it in the parking lot of the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When my mom passed, I cried twice. When I got the news, that was kind of off to myself. And at the funeral, when I saw her in the casket, and I immediately turned around and walked to the parking lot by myself, got that shit out of my system. And when I came back, the casket was closed. The casket was closed. So I couldn't even make it to the casket. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. So what I'm saying is, like A-Free said, attention is currency, man. To me personally, I feel like it was a brother seeking some attention, some clout, when you crying and snotting and stuff like that. And I was embarrassed for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on, man. And so when we talk about relationships and shit, I know that you got dudes out there that's trying to date. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I always think about that shit. I always take that shit into account. I'm like, yeah, that may not be me. It may not be the dudes I know. It may not be my homeboy, but there's some dudes out there like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to call it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know anybody like that.
Me neither.
I don't know, unless, you know what? I don't know anybody who's vocal like that. I put it like that. But I haven't seen anybody struggle. I try not to say this, but I don't have any children. So I can see a lot of dudes that got kids. You ain't had no problem getting no chicks. So I don't know where this is at, where people are struggling to get females. And a lot of the conversations that I have, they go from dudes ain't getting girls to girls are hoes. So who the hoes for? And who not getting chicks? I don't know. So
I'm gonna keep it funky. with you. So a big part of the conversation that gets left out, and I'm not gonna say that it's right, but it's true, is you gotta have charisma, man. Like, ain't no way around it. You gotta have some charisma, bro. Even with all of the accolades, all of the accomplishments, should it be enough? Probably. But the reality of it, bro, you got to be able to make somebody laugh. You got to be quick. You got to be quick on your feet. You got to be able to have meaningful, long conversations. You got to be able to read people. You got to know when to not be so fucking goofy and when to really turn it up and be goofy as shit. You got to know how to think outside of the box and how to problem solve. You need to know how to dress, bro. And these are things that maybe it's the environments we grow up in, bro, but you learn this stuff through, it's like a rite of passage. Yeah, your rite of passage. You know what I mean? Like, And I think that gets left out of the conversation sometimes. Like, bro, there's no way around it. I'm sorry that the accolades are not enough, but sometimes they not. And you gotta have charisma, bro. I always say, you know, I'm not somebody that has had a lot of trouble with women. You know what I mean? And not like
A
I'm
lot
just
of
out here.
trouble. Did you say a lot of trouble?
Yeah, I'm not somebody that's had a lot of trouble with women, right? And granted, I'm not a whoremonger or nothing like that, but
Cap. Oh, excuse me, I sneezed.
oh, bless you. I'm not, what I would say is I was blessed with a beautiful mind, and I'm just not learning that, at 39. You know what I'm saying? I've been using it the whole time, right? But I didn't realize how different it was because I was so used to using it the way that I use it. You know what I mean?
I've been blessed to be the sister.
The sister.
Mhm.
Oh, to men.
Yep. Which can grant me a lot of protection and being spoiled. So, and you, if you are a young girl, you don't really think too much about it because you see everybody else doing their thing, which thank God, like when you grow up and you see life play itself out, you're like, you know what, in the moment, yes, it probably wasn't, how you gonna tell a 16-year-old or whatever, don't nobody like them. But raised in the church and all this other stuff, it was almost like a form of protection because people knew not to, I can't say they knew not to try me, but I wasn't the one you wanted because it was like a respect thing. But then in the moment, it's like, how you gonna tell your 16-year-old daughter, like, nobody tells you that, but you learn to build character in other ways. So, you end up being a girl that's cool. So that's kind of what happens in life. And so I can not empathize with some of these guys when they say, oh, people wasn't paying me no attention. Yeah, that's what happens. That's kind of that's how life is. So what we gonna do about it?
Yeah.
You gonna whine about high school your whole life? So
yeah. So do you think that, and you may have already answered this question, do you think that men and women can be friends with no type of attraction on either one's part?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think with no attraction, it's gonna be something. It is gonna be something, but acting on it is what you respect. I think it's acting on
them.
Yeah. Not my brothers. I only had one brother, and trust me, I didn't know who he was till I got up here, and I had to find out the hard way. So that was another thing. Once they found out you Red Man Little Sister, I don't know how that works, but I had to hear that for a couple of years too. So being off limits in lots of ways is actually a beautiful thing when you look back on it, and it's a blessing. So
okay. So I'm of the belief that if
well, hold on, let me get back to the friend thing, because that's a good one. Because I did just say I was a sister type, but obviously as I grew, I ain't no ugly chick. But then if you, I guess I'll be honest, like if at a certain point ain't nobody paying you no attention, you behave that way as well. Like you just be like, all right then, and now I'm the homie. So now I'm not even as I look better or grow into who I am as a woman, I'm still the homie. So, I'm not even trying to be attractive to you. Like, I'm dabbing you up. What up? We've been cool this whole time. So now it's more like it's a built wall, but not intentionally, is because shoot, I ain't gonna don't Mike Jones me now. Like, so shoot. So now it's like I'm not trying to be. That's why the attention thing doesn't. I'm not out there seeking attention. If anything, I was more now like what up? And now I don't look how I'm sounding or however that works, which again is another blessing.
So our brother A Free said men and women cannot be friends if there's any level of attraction. So I agree with my brother A Free, and I'll tell you why.
I have to agree with men. If men say you can't be my friend because you like me, I'm gonna have to trust you.
No, I think that, and it's not just like taking you out of the equation, right? I have people that I've grown up with, I've went to high school with, I've worked with, right, over the years. And these are women, and I say women specific, these are women that have been cool, no kind of romantic dealings. We've just been real cool, right? And and all of them weren't ugly, but we don't keep in contact. But a lot of my partners that I've worked with over the years, we'll still keep in contact, right? And I'm of the belief that all relationships are transactional, meaning you add something to my life and I add something to yours, whether it's perspective, whether it's experience, anything you can kind of lay out there, right? The only time I've ever experienced being friends with a woman and it really feeling like sister dynamic was it's my best friend's sister. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, and I was just like, I looked at her like just like my sister. All of us were always together. We grew up together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When we became adults, she shot her shot, which threw me off. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, bro. And it was when my partner was locked up. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, hell no.
But that would have been the best person for you.
Nah, I've been watching You Thought all these years.
Okay, not watching You Thought. Okay, I get that part. I get that. But if it wasn't that dynamic, if it was more or less like, and I know he meant to say chick. And just to this point, I know women try to play he's my friend or brother, and you see he don't play with men like that. I don't think that's fair. Don't do that. I don't have any male friends now, so it's not a big deal. But if you my homie for real, then you still a man. I'm not gonna jeopardize. I'm not gonna do that. That would be wrong to play I'm just naked. Like, you can see me naked. No, you can't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna treat you just like my brother. And I said this on a panel before. I'm gonna treat you just like my brother. And my brother ain't never seen me naked.
I would hope.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Would be
I will hope not. And that's how you treat someone you say is your brother. Like you have the same mama, like you have the same grandma, if that's what you're gonna call them.
Yeah. Dudes don't want to be friends without something. Now, granted, you have business
Make it like
relationships.
y'all all want something.
We are wired to want something from y'all, right? And like you said, you're not an ugly female, so it only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It only makes sense. And I'm telling you, as a dude, now granted, I have, like I said, people I went to school with, I've worked with that were drop dead gorgeous. And we were cordial and cool and shit at work and stuff like that, but I didn't hang out with them outside of work and all of that kind of stuff. There was a line that I had to draw, especially being in leadership. There was a line that I had to draw, and I was just like, this motherfucker fine as hell. And like, I don't want no drinks in the mix. I don't want I don't want to be in that type of environment. I gotta really draw a line, bro. We're in the Me Too era, like, and this was like years ago. I'm like, we're in the Me Too. No, I'm good. I done seen you in them leggings. The yams is yamming. Like, nah, I'm good. I don't want no smoke. And then another thing I think about too, and people have different perspectives, but for me, if I'm in a relationship and the phone ring, right, and it's a chick, I don't want no shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want whoever I'm with second guessing nothing. I don't want none of that going on. You know what I'm saying? For my own peace. You know what I'm saying? And she may be like, oh yeah, I'm cool with it. But when your phone ringing, it's a dude, I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Because even for my homeboy sister, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I ever needed to contact her, I always go through my homeboy. Because I know she might be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I always, hey, bro, tell your sister, yada, yada, yada.
And I think that's probably why you said your homies that you've been friends with for years, y'all can stay friends. Whereas a woman would have to know where to be like, okay, I can always call on them one day in the future, but it's going to be times where it's going to be a man in my life. And so I have to act accordingly. it's not a good look. And a lot of times people don't know where to draw that line between friendship and your man and all that stuff. So you have to learn.
Yeah.
I learned. So, you know.
Bro, hey, free say you gotta have some discipline with it. So this is the thing too, bro. And I may be jaded. I've seen it play out, bro. I'm gonna lay out a situation, right?
It's a hypothetical?
No, this really happened.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you should
So-
hypotheticalize the situation.
No, this really happened.
Okay.
So I had
Be aware. Don't be telling too much.
I'm not. It's 3 people, right?
Uh-oh.
It's a dude, it's a female who together, right? They together. They need to move. They need to move from one place to another.
Moving like houses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving apartments. They call in some reinforcements, right? Reinforcements show up. Everybody dap up. Hey, brother. Hey, what's up with it, bro? Move the furniture. They're doing this all day. They get moved. The moving truck gets returned. Everybody go their separate ways. The 2 people that are in a couple, they sleep in their new apartment. The help that came to help him move the furniture, he goes his way, goes back home, right? Before they ever moved this furniture from one apartment to the other.
Did one of the dudes mess with the chick?
How did you know?
Because the way you was about to even start the conversation.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the thing is, when you said they called in reinforcement, I didn't know if you meant like they hired some people, because how you started this was it was 3 people and it was a couple and then a dude. So the thing is that dude must have been somebody she already messed with.
Got another situation.
Wait, are we gonna finish that out? Because how did that play out, and how did they find out? And then
I don't know if they found out. I knew. You know what I'm saying? I knew. Because when my homeboy called me, I was like, bro, I would hate to be him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would hate to be him. Another situation out in my Pookie days when I was.
Wait. Because that third person, who called that person to help? That's where it gets messy at. And that's the effed up part. You called a old ski to help you move you on your dude. You couldn't.
Brother, we need. Yeah, we need.
No, man, that's foul. That's foul,
See what
because
I'm
you put your dude in a effed up situation, because once he found out, that's not cool.
Oh, I don't even know if he found out.
Okay, but I'm just saying that right there, that's dirty. That's not cool at all. Don't ever put your dude in a situation where you can embarrass him, because you don't want him to put you in a situation where he can embarrass you. And that's why sometimes when we had these conversations on the panels and dudes say the double standard. So you mean to tell me you want a girl that's a good girl who ain't been out here, but you can be all over the place, and then potentially take that girl that's been cool, low key, not doing nothing, and put her in a situation where everybody know what her dude is? That's foul. Why would you want to move like that? Keep your same standards around the board.
Yeah. So I always say that, and when I talk to brothers offline, I always say, like, hey, bro, you can put yourself in a position in a position to be the decision maker. Put yourself in a position to be the leader in this relationship, right? But the true sign of what type of man you are is what you do with all of that responsibility. Like how you move with all of that responsibility. You know what I mean? And I learned that from being a servant leader. Is you got all of this power. I talked about it earlier in the stream. I got somebody who has the potential to lose their fucking job right before Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm weighing it out and I'm saying, man, I know this damn woman got kids, but you testing my gangster and you leaving early. And, you know what I'm saying? Testing my gangster. You testing my gangster.
That's not gangster. That's more rules. That's rules.
Yeah, but you got to think about what kind of trickle down that I have too. You know what I'm saying? In an environment where morale has historically been low and you're starting to turn it, right? Do you cut this person off at the knees? Because you're going by the book. Do you cut this person off at the knees and then try to do some damage control with the ripple effect? You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean about being responsible with power. I can easily jump up, these are the rules, and bam. And then
or give a warning, which also could show grace and weakness at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say weakness because that means I'm getting away with bad behavior, which, you know, I'll be honest. I've been union my whole life. So there's things you play with, things you don't play with. Like I've played with attendance, but you know, once you get hit with the book, it's nothing you can do about that. So you got to take them L's. But the warnings, if it's more of a grace warning and not necessarily a, hey, you almost at your last point type warning, or if it's a warning where there is no attendance policy, so I'm just giving you a heads up, it means, well, let me see what happens if I do it one more time or what, I don't know. So
yeah, this is it. Like the Michael Jackson concert that was supposed to happen.
Okay, all right.
This is it.
Did it ever happen? Or did he pass?
He was out there.
Yeah.
He was out of there. Comrade Murray was already running his play. It was a done deal.
Yeah, all we got was the practice runs.
Yeah, we got the practice run.
The DVD of him practicing.
And he needed some WD-40 then, so it was.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was tough.
That was a cold move right there, Rick.
what we call it is carrying a fur covered axe. All right.
Okay. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
It's like your mic. It's like your mic.
Bro, my brother A Free said that Peter gonna come and get me because of this damn mic.
What is on that mic?
It's a pop stopper.
Man,
y'all go quit hating on my mic, man.
It's all good. I know your throat hurt, but jeez.
Why would my throat hurt?
Your voice so deep.
y'all gonna get off of my mic, man.
A pop stopper.
Talking about my damn pop stopper.
Man, you might as well get you some fuzzy pillows, get you the fuzzies on your chair, and get it to match your mic.
Man, y'all it sounds a little bit like hate to me.
Yeah, well,
it sounds a little bit like hate to me. But what we call it is carrying a fur covered axe, meaning everybody can see that it's an axe. Everybody knows the damage that an axe can do, right? But the facade is that it's soft. So there's a duality there. It's a fur covered axe. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's all. I've never heard that.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I teach too, right? I'm like, hey man, listen, this thing can go one or two ways, right? Obviously, you have the authority to really dictate someone's weak, right? But you got to be careful with it also. So after that third one, I'm like the cop on Menace to Society. You know you done fucked up, Bill Duke. you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. That mic cover look like a Paris shoulder pad. A Paris soldier, old Paris soldier hat. Man, y'all gonna get, you know what? I'm gonna take it out. No, it ain't. No, I ain't. I'm gonna leave it on there. This is gonna be the staple.
You stand strong with your furry mic.
Yeah, man.
Don't let us I'm gonna
rock out.
That word is you.
I'm gonna rock out with this one. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a shock tower and everything.
Shout out to you and that mic though. But hey, you might as well get a
normally I have it hidden where you can't even see it, right?
Yeah, that sounds far though. It sounds like you're in a bathroom now.
Right. It sounds like an echo. You can hear like an echo, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and maybe try to put it up and over and see how that sounds.
So the sensor is like right here in the front.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not all
you probably should have got a Shuri, but you know.
Hey, that's that rich people shit.
That's what people say. I don't know.
It's that celebrity shit. But the thing is, I bought they had them on special too for like Black Friday.
That's what I heard. I guess I don't know. This was
look. She made sure she turned the brand. She's like, I'm endorsed. She didn't turn the brand.
No. I didn't know it. This is how I set it up because this boom arm was hard to trust me, I gotta set up everything else. Because this like I said, it's the Organic Sea of Brittany B. And so this table I got is a regular old pop out Walmart table. So it ain't even the boom arm is on the side. And it's hey Aaron.
Got my brother Aaron O in the building, man.
Look,
Got the brother
Aaron, no,
What's
I'm
going
not
on, bro?
streaming tonight.
What's going on, Aaron O, man? Shout out to that brother, man. I'm actually like him. I'm on my water kick tonight.
Look at Aaron. Look. I'm not the only one who don't return texts.
Shout out to that good brother, man.
No, Aaron, I'm not streaming tonight.
Got the brother Aaron O, bro. You free to come up if you want to, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Aaron. How'd he find me?
Not too many people are live at 1:39 on a Wednesday.
I will say this. Let me shout out to my co-host, my brother. He has been with me since the beginning. We have been doing this thing for a long time. I have a lot of respect and a lot of love for Aaron. So I just wanted to say that to the people. Shout out to Aaron. I love him. So with a good, respectable love. And yeah. So we really look out for each other. And I know sometimes this internet can be like people think it's fake, but sometimes it can be real when you find some real good, true people. So yeah, shout out to Aaron. So that's my partner in crime. We do this all weekend long. So
shout out to the brother Aaron O, man. Anybody in here who's not subscribed to brother Aaron O channel, man, make sure you check the brother out. Definitely a good brother, smart as a whip.
Yeah, he is kind of smart. I mean, he be trying to test me sometimes. I had to look and I'd be like, Aaron, uh-oh. Not the camera dying on us.
I had to change batteries, man. You know what I'm saying?
Look, not the camera dying on us.
I didn't realize I would be on this long. So it actually, but I had one choice though. You see what I mean? 3 steps ahead. You know what I mean?
I stay 10, but it's okay.
You would.
You gotta get some more steps in you. So he he did ask me, was I streaming? I don't normally stream. Well, yes, I do. I try to stream Wednesdays I don't know. I used to do it weekly and then I was tired. And I think it's more fun. I think it's funner when I jump on other people's streams and kick it with them, because if you don't know, I don't know how to end. I can keep going and going forever. So a lot of times I don't know how to end a stream, and then I'll wear myself out because I'm a sacrificial person. So I like to just keep going, and if the people want to keep going, I keep going. That's how the 12 hours started in the first place, because we was going and people wanted to keep talking, and I gave my time. And so a lot of times, we have fun. That's why I like it. Hey, Anton. Good. That's another person. So
Anton Chigurh.
Yeah.
What's going on, boss?
So they do miss my streams, Wrench, but I'm gonna start it back up on the new year.
Oh, so you're going on vacation now?
I've been on vacation for a long time.
From streaming.
I'm telling you, them weekends be wearing you out. They be wearing me out, and then Mondays be like, that's the day I take a break. And so I thought I could do it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, night.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, Thursday is rough because if I don't go to bed, then my Friday is already long. So I was like, okay, maybe just Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I cut out Tuesdays. And then I was like, okay, let's just go back to, let's just do Wednesdays. And then I just stopped. And it's not necessarily like, I'm still a girl. So I still got to make sure the house and me and everything is still taken care of. So, all these men streamers, they got wives and girlfriends. They can, cook for them and feed them while they on the stream and all type of great stuff. I can't do that. So I still got to make sure I'm okay. So I have to make sure I'm okay. And then Fight Club take a lot out of me. So, and then I don't be into these hot topics. I don't be knowing what's going on. Trust me. I had enough trouble today trying to train I don't know what she was or it was.
It was another sister.
It was a something. Trust me.
Transformer.
Yes.
Decepticon.
Yes. And the thing is, which is funny. So let me try to make sure I'm as politically correct as possible. Having these conversations on the weekends about how women behave, and to see this person try to portray being a woman, but yet the instinct of a man is still there, is an awesome thing to watch. And I try not to be very cocky about myself, but I'm very good at my job. There's not a lot of people who can analyze a job and actually mentally and physically put the job together. And so a lot of times people struggle doing difficult jobs where I don't. So if a person comes back and they've learned my job, like I think one day I was off, that person did my job. They learned the job or the knowledge of the job, but systematically and rhythmatically, they don't have it down. So if somebody comes back and says, hey, can you show them a little bit more? What they're really saying is, can you teach them how to do what you're doing? Well, I can't teach what I do, because this comes from, like I said, struggle builds character. I have a lot of character and I take a lot of pride in my work. So I can't teach that. I can't teach somebody to move ahead and be aware of their surrounding. Pay attention to their time, the way the robot moves, the way the truck is coming to you, how to time yourself, how to prep your work. I can't teach that, because that's something that rhythm will show you. And if you can't get the rhythm down, just because you have the knowledge will have somebody thinking that they know the job, when really you're off. You're losing seconds, and seconds can buy you some text time. Seconds can buy you some time to be in a chat, which I do all the time. So when they come back and I'm trying to show you the little intricacies that can save you time, and you come back to me with ego, I let it go, because struggle actually helps you learn the job as well and help you with your rhythm. So I have to stand back and I have to respectfully move back, because I think it's important for a person to learn their job on their own. But I normally give you options so that you can pick one that fits you. But if you come at me and say, oh, I know, it's just my way, got you. I have to move out the way. And then when you behind and you done messed up the bank and I have to catch you back up and everybody's watching me do the job flawlessly and then see you struggle again, now they know it wasn't my learning. It wasn't me. They told me to move. I moved. So
how do you handle a situation like that? If do you interact with the person as a woman, or do you interact with the person?
I'm sorry, I didn't even miss. So this is the thing, and this is the wonderful, like, I'm laughing at work. I'm talking to the real lady but next to me, because she's laughing. She keeps calling him, and I'm like, so the thing is, you try.
Yeah, you got to use the gender pronouns. You say him, her, she, him.
Well, we don't
them,
know.
They.
We don't know, because the way that person comes at you is still instinctively a man. It's still their demeanor is still ego. It's still those type of things. So you can't really, because I've trained men and women, and I've learned to let men do their thing after you tell them the information that they need. That's what that person was doing. But women, when I train them, I normally can jump in, show them something, they're better. They take it in a little bit more. I can do the same thing with others because I'm subtle and I'm a very loving person. So I know how to it's just, that's why when people call me masculine, it's so funny, but whatever. So I just know there's just things I know. So that situation, I try to come as a person. I'm coming as a teacher.
But which side do you? How do you navigate through that? Because
I come as Brittany. Look, I come as Brittany because look, but the thing is, even with men at work, like I give my Forrest Gump waves. I'm still me. So I still have to come as me until that person says I got it, or I'm just doing it my way. This is the way I do it. And the way she was saying stuff, it was a certain arrogance behind it. When I would try to show a thing, and she would just be like, Well, I mean, this is just the way I do it, but I'm like, okay, I don't know what else to do. So I moved out the way. I had to.
So you got Holiday Heart building these
Okay.
trucks.
All right.
And y'all gonna charge us 50, 60,000, 70,000 for these.
No, I build your trucks.
You had Optimus Prime over there building the
Okay.
trucks.
All right. That's iRobot. Robots building robots.
Damn Decepticon over there building
Not
these
Brittany
trucks.
is talking all sweet while holding a pistol. Actually, it's just two pit bulls. That's all.
Let's see. What they gonna tell you now? You got the masculine ass dogs.
Well, you know, that's even funnier. You know what I learned the other day? You know what I learned? This is how bad. See, I know you watch Fight Club, so this is even funnier.
So this is the thing. I don't. So before you say that, let me
Okay.
kind of put it.
Maybe you don't watch it. No, let me
So
take
like,
that back.
there are times when I'm listening, right? I'm listening. It's in the background. I'm actually doing something. There are times when I will watch, especially if it's somebody I disagree with, because more than likely I'm trying to get them off the panel. But it's rare. It's rare that I actually have a chance to just sit and watch. You know what I'm saying? But if it's somebody that I disagree with, I don't like, I'm gonna try to get them up out of there. Like,
Well, so far, I know we have a consistent community. So this space or my space has gotten to a point where now I learned that there are masculine cars and feminine cars.
explain.
So I forgot who.
And I am a car guy.
I see your IG. So there, I think podcasts have brought up an old box Chevy. Now, my grandfather had an 85 box Chevy, an 85 diesel Mercedes. My grandmother had a Mercury and some other cars. Like, I grew up with a box Chevy. I know about box Chevys. So he had a car, it had rims, candy paint, all the other stuff. I think it was
I think I saw a little bit of that.
Yeah,
Like
somebody was like,
cover.
now see, I like that. And it was like, ain't nothing like having a girl driving that car. And somebody was like, that's a masculine car. Well, it was Jay Prince. That's a masculine car. Nobody wants to see no girl driving that car. That's a man car. Y'all need a different type of car.
I agree.
I'm like,
I agree. And I'll tell you why. It would be like now, and I wouldn't say that, oh, that's a masculine car, right? To me, I feel like I would wonder, like, why would you? It's no different than I wouldn't want a car with lashes on it, like with the little plastic eyelashes on the front. You know
me
what I'm saying?
neither, though.
Or I wouldn't want a car with a fur steering wheel, right? Or the tiger striped or leopard print steering wheel. I wouldn't want a Tweety Bird sun visor in it. I wouldn't want Tweety Bird seat covers. I wouldn't want you see what I mean? I wouldn't want the fur on the seat
But
belt.
a car with some nice 20s on a box Chevy, that's a man car now.
No, it's not a man car. It is a masculine. It is a masculine. It is a masculine showing, right? Because you think about
Okay,
it.
now that is better articulated. They were saying there's a masculine car and a female car. Like, you know how you have a Ford Expedition? So I guess the Explorer would be the feminine version.
I mean, and maybe it's the way they articulate it. So for me,
which is even funnier because that means they're stupid.
So for me, this is the way I look at it, right? I've had those cars, right? I'm more of a what we call a round body where I'm from, or bubble, or you know what I'm saying.
I would have had a bubble Caprice, not a problem.
Right. So this is what I think about though. Whenever we get these cars, we fix them up, set them on rims, put systems in it, blow the brains out, ostrich seats, all that kind of shit. We know that worst case scenario, right? It may come a time where you might have to really get down to keep this car. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
Or you can lose your life fucking with this car. You know what I'm saying?
Over the rims.
Over the rims, over the engine and transmission, over the interior. You know what I'm saying? So from that perspective, if I'm in a relationship, I don't want her riding around in my car. not that's fixed up like that. Dolo riding around by her and her homegirls in the auto, I wouldn't want her in it. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I'm
Thank you
like,
for
shit.
better putting that, because I can see that a lot more better than a masculine car. Because the question I asked was, well, that 85 Chevy my grandfather had, which I guess he had his cars, my grandma had hers. But if Chevy made a box Chevy, they didn't make it just for men.
Yeah, I think you're looking at it like in a literal sense.
Well,
If
because I
have,
build cars and trucks and tires and all the stuff that's made for people.
I get that, but I'm gonna come to the brother's defense, right? What I think they meant is exactly what I was talking about. It's a masculine showing. Right?
Masculine showing. I like that better.
So if you think about the worst part of whatever town you're in, right? You think about the worst neighborhoods. You're not gonna ride through there in that, right? And I'm talking about barring any people knowing your family, or I'm just saying if you are in a dangerous area, you're not going. That is not the car that you're gonna ride through that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's just like Escalade. It's still an Escalade. So if I have 5 children, I want to be in my Escalade. I want to be in my Tahoe.
Would you put your 5 children in your box Chevy on Forges though?
On Forges, what's that mean?
Forgiatos, Ruchis.
I don't know nothing about that part because I've never had rims. But I wouldn't mind having a box Chevy.
So with those brothers that we say was Jay Prince.
Mm-hmm.
So what I think that they meant.
And shout out to Jay Prince before.
Shout out to Jay Prince. Shout out to Jay Prince, the president, man. But what I would venture to say that it meant is it is a outwardly masculine vehicle to be driving, meaning that if it came down to it, would you go to the same extent to keep it? You know what I'm saying? Like immediately, would you be able to go from 0 to 10 to keep it?
Okay.
And then all of the bullshit that comes. And I'm telling you, as somebody who has a shop, and I'm telling you, as somebody who's owned these type of cars ever since I could drive, right? And I wish I still had that picture up. I would pull up my first one that I built. There's so much that come with having them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess the first thing you think is a dude is driving it.
Yeah. And it's just like I'm gonna give you another example that has nothing to do with cars, right? When we talk about open carry, right? There's videos going around of sisters open carrying in the line at the corner store. Dude snatch it right off her down there, pulled her leggings off.
Well,
she reached and grabbed it, and he down there pulled her clip-on nails and everything else off with it. You know what I'm saying?
Not clip-on nails, but
nails and edges went every fucking where.
So that's what I'm saying, like, and you can't conceal it because there's cute things that I've seen that that's the hoist is underneath her clothing when she's walking with her children or something like that. Like that makes sense, but I guess in a state where you have to show that you have one, if you have one on you, then it's almost like, yeah, I'm gonna take that from you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that.
So then it's just defeated the purpose of having one.
Yeah, like I done seen dudes lose their shit too, but as somebody who's also heavily into guns, build them, all that kind of shit, right?
How you build guns?
Never open carry. You said, how do you build guns?
No, not how. I said you build guns. You know what gun I have? The rubber band, and you put it on your finger like this.
No, sister. No.
Don't you show nothing on this screen. Don't you show nothing on this screen.
No, I was on the stream and the dude drew down on the stream. Some of the funniest shit I ever seen. He was making his point. He was like, yeah, and the host automatically 86 this camera, you know what I mean? And just like fuck that. We got my brother A Free said, only chick I want to send the box Chevy, Brittany Griner. Hey, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. We got the sister Zakia in the building.
Hi.
How you doing, sister? Good to see you. Good to see you. This shit.
That's funny.
So does it make sense?
He said the only one he want to see in there is her.
And she get her shit took too. Like that shit ain't fooling. I'm telling you. So let me ask you this:
Well, I'm about to say, let me just say this real quick. I don't do all that stuff to my truck and all that girly stuff. I got nice leather in my Cadillac, and we not gonna put no fur, and we got the wood and it's black wood in my truck, and we just keep it clean and wipe off the vinyl or the leather because it's all leather, and just make sure it stay nice and armor rolled up. That's it. I don't need to. I'm not putting no. That's a Cadillac, so I don't know, and I don't even feel like that about Cadillacs. I just don't want to disrespect it with all that. Bleh.
So let me ask you this:
I will put a system in a car though. I have put.
No, we're still in this box Chevy real quick. Still in this box Chevy real quick.
I mean, I used to want to. I didn't want a box. I wanted a bubble. I wanted a bubble Caprice.
Did you want rims and stuff on it?
I don't think I did. I think I liked the car because I wasn't into rims, so I wouldn't have put no rims on it. I just wanted the bubble Caprice, but I got a neon.
So, do you understand when they say it's a masculine car? I think that
the way you articulated it, a masculine showing because of the candy paint and the rims and all that, and the first thing you think is it's a dude driving it. I get it. But it wouldn't be bad to see a girl deck out her car and paint it, put some rims on it.
So the part that I'm gonna go back to is the extent that you got to go through to keep it. You know what I'm saying?
I live in the
like how many
wait,
women
wait,
really?
let me tell you, I live in the Midwest. We safe.
I'm from the South, where it's not. How many women really ready to shoot somebody in the face?
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying? Like, how many people really ready to shoot somebody in the fucking face?
I don't want to shoot nobody at all.
So that's I think that's what they mean when they say it's a masculine car, like, because that is a very masculine stance to take.
Yeah.
And when we build this shit or when we drive this shit, do you want it to happen? Hell no. Do you want to be able to enjoy it and all of the effort that you put into building these damn things? Do you want to be able to enjoy it? Yeah. Right. But the extent to keep it that you may have to go to, that's what I think they mean when they say it's a masculine car.
Yeah. I think the showing part is more where I think their mindset was going, because they kept saying seeing a girl in that car. And so they kept saying it's masculine and you don't want to see, I don't want to see no girl driving that. So I think that's where they was trying to go. And at the time, it's just funnier for people not to be able to substantiate their arguments.
Yeah, and I think that's...
Which is what we're all about over there, being able to substantiate your argument.
That would be mine.
And if you can't, then it's even funnier.
Yeah, I've seen what happens when people can't. But I think that is the best way that I can describe it is if you're not willing to kill over it, right? Or possibly be killed in these damn things, that's typically not a feminine viewpoint or a feminine experience to have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want to be in a car scared that somebody gonna take it from me.
Which is why it's a masculine car.
Because it got rims on it. I just wanted to be cute. I guess it's just better to be cute and ride in it than.
Yeah, it feel a lot different when you got your man driving it and y'all in there together. You like, all right, if something happen, I know,
See,
I don't want nothing to happen, but
that's the beauty of either being sheltered or safe, because I don't have to think that far. And I think sometimes these conversations make people that aren't in situations think about situations that they ain't in, and nobody is able to say, I wasn't put in that situation to even have to think about that, which is the beauty of being protected. Yeah. I don't have to think about that because I was guarded away from thinking that far. And it's something that's, it's like you want your woman to think like that. And then when a woman does, you shame her because she's not able to think farther than her protection has allowed her.
No, I think that it's good for her to be able to be safe, be comfortable, right? I don't think it's normal for her to have to worry about, killing somebody over the type of car she have.
Yeah. And
But
if my mind in that conversation never went that far, but I did it, that's different, because that means that you didn't analyze, you weren't aware of what could happen, because if you were, then you wouldn't have did it. You wouldn't do it. I'm saying even in a conversation, I can't think that far because of my environment. I can't think about somebody stealing my rims. One, because I've never done it, but two, I've never even seen it done. You know, I've seen plenty of people rims and we've never had any problems when it came to rims. I think it might have just been a respect thing, but then again, it has been all men. So that's why I can be like, okay, I can understand that. And I can understand being a girl, you see a dude with rims. Like I had a friend, she liked seeing the cars with rims. And me, it wasn't something I, whatever, but I like cars. I can I used to want a Monte Carlo. But I never got one. But I think it was okay for me to at least say I liked it. The Bubble Caprice, at least the 94, 95. That's as far as I want, because they stopped making them in 96. And then that's it. Other than that, then I got cars I could get. Until the Cadillac, I got a car I wanted. Like I saw it, I'm like, okay, I want that one.
I'm gonna reply to this comment.
Okay.
Right? Where I'm from, a woman would drive a car like that and will do what they have to do to keep it. So, without saying too much, right? If a woman is driving a car like this, right, and she may be strapped up, she might be toting, right? Even when it comes to fuckery, we are polar opposites. Because in a situation like that, somebody could knock on the passenger side window, right? The minute you look at the passenger side window, you got.
And then somebody come from the
driver's side.
I just think, yeah, sorry.
A dude, you already in your mirrors. When you ride like that, you already in your mirrors, right? You're gonna leave space between the car in front of you.
Is that sad I already drive like that?
Huh?
Is that sad I already drive like that?
No, that's good. That's good to be aware. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying there's a stark difference. And I think it's dangerous it's dangerous if we tell women that, oh yeah, we're exactly the same when it comes to how we move through the world, because we're not. All right. And I'm not saying there's not sisters that won't get down to keep their car. What I'm saying is the chances of them being on the winning end of that type of exchange is slim.
I think, or I believe, a lot of these conversations, like even with this comment, I was going to say that life will put you in situations where you can learn to be aware or maneuver when necessary. These conversations, I can believe and hope that they're just saying, hey, as a woman, you shouldn't have to. But life didn't treat me like a woman. It treated me like life did. And so if I have a little bit more knowledge and a little bit more to move in spaces that you would think I shouldn't have to move in, but life gave me the awareness to move in them, then that's where in these conversations, defenses come in and trying to defend the fact that you can do something in a conversation where a man is saying, but you shouldn't have to. They don't say you shouldn't have to. They just say you shouldn't. And it's like, well, life did something different. I'm sorry. And that's why I can see a lot of back and forth go on, but not necessarily. I can't say it's not genuine or, whatever that other word is, disingenuous or anything like that. That's why I said, I think you asked me a question before. Most of these conversations or the responses, is it in defense? And it is yes, because we're all coming from different walks of life. I can say I drove like a person that had 10 keys in the car. And then you'd be like, well, why? Well, you know, only because life put me in those situations. So my awareness in the car may be a little bit better than somebody else's who's driving 30, 50 miles over the speed limit because they just free because they, you know, that's how they drive. You know, my knowledge comes from a different point in life. The way I behave may come from a different, you know, different circumstances. And I think when we come on these panels, especially when it's the open panel, you have people coming from different walks of life. And when you hear something, and this is why it's very important for you to stop and listen, people, before you respond, because someone may say something and they call it triggering, but it could be a mirror real quick, because the first response is, dang, I would like my life to be like that, but it isn't. So that's why the response is to defend, because technically I'm not defending the fact that you said something that was wrong. I'm defending the fact that, well, my life couldn't be like that. So let me tell you why.
I believe that there are stark differences between men and women. All right. I believe that depending on either side, depending on how much you put into life is what you get out of it. All right. And some people just get a badass fucking draw. No matter, you've done a lot of good, you've worked hard, and you get the shit end of the stick anyway. I think that's a part of being in the race. And when I talk about being in the race, I'm talking about being alive, right? I think that some people do a lot of fucked up shit. And then at some point they have a stroke of luck and they do really well, right? With that being said, with all of the gray area in between, I think that and I think the reason why a lot of these conversations happen is where it gets dangerous at is when we tell women and we tell even men that are coming up, right, that they the same, when our instinct tells us that we're different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never, and I have never said that, yeah, I know exactly what it's like to be a woman. I can do anything a woman can do. Like, no doubt about it, I can do everything a woman can do. For as big as I am, strong as I am, for all of the things that I know, it doesn't even cross my mind to think or say it. But on the flip side, you know what I'm saying? On the flip side, and it's dangerous, man. It's fucking dangerous. I get the idea behind it, right? It's a whole new tax base. So you want to force women out into the workforce. It's a bigger tax base. You look at the data and the stats, and it says that women are far bigger consumers than men are. I get it. But when the men come out and say, hey, man, listen, that ain't it. I guess it will go back to what you were talking about. The automatic response is to be in defense. You know what I'm saying? When in actuality, it shouldn't be that way. It should be, you know what, you actually have a point. But when they come out and they are defensive, it makes the men who are sitting there looking at it logically say, oh shit, maybe we were giving you too much credit. We thought you would look at this logically. You know damn well you're not as strong as me. You know we can't do the same things. I understand that I can't do what you do, but you won't get off for this thing that we are the same.
Yeah.
Until the lights go out and the fucking boogeyman is knocking at the door.
Yeah. And it shouldn't even have to. I think the conversations sometimes are just trying to look. I'm gonna make up another word. Hey, so equalize a woman because put her in an equation. You're trying to, not you, but you plural. I took Latin. These conversations are trying to get the understanding to its simplest that you're not like me. So you have to go to extreme to say until the lights cut off and the boogeyman. So you have to go all the way into straight up caveman protection mode. But really, it should be minimal examples that should show you. Like, they should find minimum examples, because there are some things where, yeah, in this society, there are things that are in the middle that both of us can do, but technically not really.
Yeah.
Like my supervisor, which it was so funny. There was a pallet that was falling over I already know. I know it was heavy because I know what part was in it. This man came right over. And he's small. He's not small. He's just a small stature. But I call him Jack. His name is Michael, which is even funny because he looked like a lumberjack. And he just went over there and just heaved that thing. And I'm like, Jack, no. Because I'm thinking about your bag. And then one, you're a supervisor. What are you doing? You could have easily called the forklift to do that. That man just went over there and heaved that thing. And I was like, you just had to get some of that testosterone out, didn't you? So it's just stuff like that where it's like, I wouldn't have thought to touch that at all. Yeah. Not even because we got forklifts, just because it's not even what we doing. But he did, and he fixed it. So it's just little stuff like that I see that I appreciate, not because he was able to do it, but he was willing to do it. And was like, no, I got it. And I'm like, you could have called a forklift. But it's a whole bunch of factors. Because one, you're a supervisor, you don't be doing that. But
Brother Blockavelli took the words right out of my mouth. It needed to be done right then and there. Ain't no time to call a forklift. Just grab it and do it. You know what I'm saying? Knock it out real quick and move on to the next thing that needs to be done.
I almost wish he was union. He's a good supervisor.
Oh, the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he really is. And I'm saying, when you get you a good supervisor, you do anything for him.
I done had some real good teams along the way, man.
Yep. I will say that when I get me a good supervisor, you do anything for him. You need me to do whatever, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You make all your bonuses with me, buddy.
I had another video up I wanted to look at before.
Oh, look at what Eso said. Real quick, right after "What's up, y'all?" Or what's up, though, y'all? There you go.
I brought that up.
Oh, okay. I didn't see. Oh, because I was sharing the post probably on my page, on my community wall. So I seen a couple people come through. So I was like, let me go ahead and post this on the wall. Let them know I'm over here, because this is my late night. These the late night hours. So we got people they be wanting conversation now. I know you know. I don't know how long you can last. But
shit, I've been working third shift, so my sleep pattern is all the way off, man. Going in, supporting folks late at night, overnight folks, trying to make sure they're good and straight. I started on third shift.
I miss third shift.
It was cool, man. You just gotta have people that are self-starters that can work in an autonomous environment, because when the cat's away, shit, damn, what they say, the mice will play. Anything. We're talking about A-Free. What you talking about, bro?
Well, look what he put before that.
Definitely a lot of penis envy. Yeah.
And see, you know what's funny? Now, this again, when we were having this conversation, the conversation we was having at work with the young lady, not the transformer, but my work partner. When we were interacting, because most of us, we normally have our earbuds in, so we be in our own zone, getting it in. We don't really do nothing. I say hi, we share some little words, and then we be rocking out all day. Right. But the conversation we ended up having, I was like, dang, now this is the one I want to have. This is the one I want to have on the thing, because I never heard her speak like this. And it was so funny because she shared the same, she was like, I don't know what to call it, and blah, blah, blah. And then she had some more experiences from when she was at another plant. And it was just so funny. But I'm
what was she talking about?
No, we was talking about the Decepticons.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But I said to her, have you ever just woke up one morning and said, I want to be a man? And she was like, no, never. And I was like, out of all the stuff our bodies go through, out of everything that we go through, there is nothing in me that I've heard that before. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I didn't say that, but you're saying I would be a good supervisor.
A-Free as.
He's so silly. You're so silly. I thought he was saying that I would be a good supervisor. Oh my God, he's so silly. I've heard that before too, that I would be a good supervisor, but you ain't strong, baby. But I'm a good people person. So I can get people to
Why not be a leader then? If you're a good people person, why not lead, right?
because I like to do.
You can still do.
Yeah, I'm a good follower though.
You'd be surprised how good of a leader. Most leaders don't I never thought I would lead. I never wanted to. But most people call you to lead. You know what I mean? People recognize leader in you before you do. So if people are asking you, they see it in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. But the coldest part is you can't put your work ethic into people. That shit there will frustrate
And that's what I had to tell the supervisor. I said, I can't teach this part. Some stuff you have to learn. It comes with time and life experiences and passion and me having to pay these. Every time I move, I'm happy about what I do. So I already come with enthusiasm. I don't come with this whole, oh, let's get it over with. No, let's have fun. And there's a rhythm, there's a dance to what I do. Like I bring the joy out of it. So when you see me, there's a sense of, I don't know, it's a great energy that I bring to work. So it's just, I just don't want everybody in my face. That's all. Just stay away from me. Yeah.
One of the first things I explain to my group is if you take a pyramid, right? Everybody assumes that the leader is sitting on top of this pyramid. You know what I'm saying? And the reality of it is that it's actually inverted. And the leader's at the bottom because you got to carry everything, everybody. Everybody's worries. Nobody cares if you were arguing with your wife on the way to work or husband or whatever the case may be. Nobody cares if you got 1 million bills piled up. Nobody cares if you're having chest pains that morning. When you come in, they're going to dump all of their problems on you. They expect you to have an answer. You know what I'm saying? So when I explained that to people, a lot of them were kind of like, yeah, that's why I would never do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no, I don't want to do that shit. You know what I mean? But leadership is not, it's not for the faint at heart, man. For me personally, I figured out a way to use parts of my personality to be able to add value and be real personable with people, right? To carry that fur-covered axe. I probably fired like 10 people in 3 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, leadership is it's not for everybody. Like my brother said, it can be tough.
Okay.
But
and you went from pyramid to vagina. Just wanted to let you know.
Hey,
you went from Illuminati to Delta.
Is that what that stands for? Vagina.
That's the first thing I thought of when you did like that. Vagina. So go ahead.
You sure right. I'm trying to
I
be
would
serious.
be a great general. That's hilarious. Thank you. Actually, that was my school mascot, the general.
You have to decide if you want that responsibility because, like Flash said, it's lonely at the top. Yeah, bro. We're gonna watch one more video. I want to get your thoughts on. I will tell you up front, I completely disagree with what he's saying. I think you're full of shit.
You already watched it?
Yeah, I watched all of these that I uploaded in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna check this one out.
Hey, what's up, everybody? First off, I'm gonna go ahead and put it right here. I am not a relationship coach, but what I'm about to show you is gonna help your relationship. This is where you're at right now.
Hold up, what you laughing?
What the fuck? Wait. Why?
Some bullshit.
What is on your beard? I'm already. Once he was like, I'm not. I'm like, what is that on your? Why you put the jewelry on your beard? What is that? Is that a necklace? Is that a earring? So I'm already attention gone. Whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Gone. I don't even know. Then he had the picnic basket. I don't. Okay, go ahead.
This damn fool said it's a sperm man from his beard.
Hey, what's up, everybody? First off, I'm gonna go ahead and put it right here. I am not a relationship coach, but what I'm about to show you is gonna help your relationship. This is where you're at right now. Feed me. Can you do this for me? Do this for me. I need you to do this. I need. This is where you need to be right here. How can I serve you? Plain and simple. Whatever you want, it's yours. If I got it, you got it. You need me to rub your feet, rub your back, cook some food, wash some dishes, fold some clothes. Baby, whatever you need, I'm that man. So please tell me, how can I serve you? Now, if you ain't in that mode, you missing out on a whole lot of goodness. Peace.
First of all, let it go, Keisha Cole. Let it go. Just shave it off. Shave the head. All I could think about was a vampire for some reason with the Dracula cut thing. Then he had on. Did he have on eyeliner? I'm gonna just
That's
go
what I
ahead.
said. I was like, this nigga got on eyeliner.
He got on. That's why you see me. I'm like, is that eyeliner? I mean, I know
Fucking
there's
weird
guys
ass
that
niggas,
blessed
man.
with, you know, a lot of hair, so their lashes is a little bit darker, and the bottom lash area is.
I got long ass fucking eyelashes. I ain't and never has
You
it
got on
crossed my
eyeliner, Wrench? You got on
And you
eyeliner?
goddamn lie. I ain't got no motherfucking shit. If anything, I got a motherfucking eye patch on. I ain't got no eyeliner.
I think you got on eyeliner, man. I think you got on mascara.
Shit. Ain't got no
Okay.
mascara on.
So, look, A-Free said he had on Fenty. Oh my god. Okay. So look, what was I supposed to? Is he saying he's serving? Is he
what
saying
are
he's
your
supposed to
thoughts?
serve?
He said if dudes are not operating in that type of whatever, then they're missing out.
It's a two-way street, I guess. It's a two-way street. I don't think it's like how he put it.
I said nigga full of shit. I said,
Oh my
that
god.
nigga had them damn
He definitely was in Remember the Time.
I was just gonna say that the Michael Jackson Remember the Time as eyeliner on.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That nigga had the all-seeing eye of Horus on his shit. You know, got the dark
Yo,
ring
what
around
was
his shit.
the thing? What was that? What was that
Some
for?
bullshit. Just these, bro. If the internet didn't do nothing else, that shit gave weirdos the microphone when they should never had it. That's one of my beliefs. Is that shit gave weirdos the mic when they should never have it. This nigga had on eyeliner. We're gonna watch it one more time because
No, why? Why?
Because he's saying simp for it. Hell yeah, he is, bro. That's some bullshit.
I don't think I like his delivery, his deliverance. I don't
Why
think I
not?
like how he put all of that. And maybe I'm red pilled, but I'm already a server and a sacrificial person, so I'm already who I am, and because of who I am, I'm spoiled. I can be spoiled. I can put myself in a position where somebody doesn't mind. And what a woman will want to do is put herself in a position where nobody feels stupid for doing what they do for you. Nobody wants to feel dumb. Nobody wants to feel like they're being used.
You can be spoiled by him.
Misuse.
You can be spoiled by him.
Hey, what's up, everybody? First off, I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. I am not a relationship coach. But what I'm about to show you is going to help your relationship. This is where you are at.
That nigga got a well-pronounced ass
Y'all got
widow's
on the
peak.
same shirt, so that's you.
The goddamn lie. That nigga got on the widow's peak like a motherfucker.
Yo,
This is
Hey, what's up, everybody? First,
that's not the same kind of shirt.
that's the same shirt.
Shit.
Hey, what's up, everybody? First off, I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. I am not a relationship coach. But what I'm about to show you is going to help your relationship. This is where you are at right now. Feed me. Can you do this for me? Do this for me. I need you to do this. I need. This is where you need to be right here. How can I serve you? Plain and simple. Whatever you want, it's yours. If I got it, you got it. You need me to rub your feet, rub your back, cook some food, wash some dishes, fold some clothes. Baby, whatever you need, I'm that man. So please tell me, How can I serve you? Now, if you ain't in that mode, you missing out on a whole lot of goodness. Peace.
He got on eyeliner.
You couldn't wait to get that out.
He got on eyeliner. He got on eyeliner. It's even dark underneath. Like, don't show that. Y'all, first of all, y'all got on the same shirt.
We ain't got on the same damn shirt. So this is what I would say.
Lou?
Let me see. We ain't got on the same kind of shirt because he is not. He
Same
ain't
color.
this. He ain't him. It ain't even the same color. That ain't got on the blouse. This motherfucking t-shirt.
I just wish
That's
people would just.
That's the biggest difference.
I would not a blouse. Blouses.
He got a blouse on.
I wish people would just stop.
I told you the weirdos got the mic, man.
And
Beautiful.
he said, I'm not a relationship guru, but what I'm about to tell you, see, you done got this in my head. See, I'm a quick learner. I bet I know everything he said.
I'll send the video to you if you want.
No, please don't.
I'll send the video to
Why
you.
he wearing a slip under his jeans? Yo, your chat is crucial.
Oh, yo. We got some
Not a Revlon sponsorship.
So the thing about my
Now he need to serve that hairline.
I told you, boy, got a widow's peak out of this world. So the thing about my chat, right, is you got some smart brothers, like some real smart, like book smart, street smart. You got some smart brothers over here. They got like witty, quick witty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a small. I got my small little corner of this space, but you should see like when I do like a when I do a stream, just say like 8, 9.
8, 9 what?
It'll probably only be like 10 of us in here, 12 of us in there, but your side will be hurting. And then I mix it with my little my soundboards and stuff. And
Soundboard popping. See, I need a soundboard.
man, this damn thing, it got so many damn controls on it. You mess around and lose track of what the hell you doing.
See, I like having conversations like this where it's just back and forth and it's just intelligent. Not, shout out to my people. It's not like we don't be having intelligent conversations. But they be so quick to try to prove a point without really articulating themselves, and they don't give themselves enough time to, give a response. And so you can read the mess out of them. So, but yeah, please look, don't play that no more.
I refuse that.
Don't play that no more.
That's for my brother. Yeah, I ain't playing that video no more. That nigga.
Anybody going into a relationship needing stuff, then that you already going in wrong. So that's already why that advice or whatever it is, because I don't think it's advice. I think it's just an opinion or him speaking. Because me and Eda Man had a whole conversation about advice and opinion. So, but if you're going in with needing stuff, then you're already going in wrong. Both parties should be willing to serve. That way, the back and forth, like I said, is pleasurable. So when I don't have a problem doing because I'm being myself. I'm not losing nothing by being myself, and neither are you. So now when I do, it's just natural. And when you do, it's natural. So nobody's losing anything by being themselves. That's the way I look at it. Especially for me. I'm not losing nothing by being myself. Even if it so happens somebody take advantage of me. Okay, you're lost. And and I can evaluate, maybe I moved a little bit differently. I probably wouldn't even change nothing about who I am when it comes to what I've done for. Because it's not fair to the next relationship, and it's not fair to me. Me being me makes me happy. So anything I do, it's joy behind it.
Right.
It's the same feeling when I go to work. If somebody came to me and was like, "Gee, I'm taking advantage of you." How? I'm having so much fun. So it's like if they win, I'm winning too. And if you look at it as a bad thing, then oh well. I'm having fun. I don't see what's wrong. I don't see what's wrong with having fun. With being who you are.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with being who you are. But I do think that whenever two people join together, this will be a substantial amount of time spent in understanding who that person is, because sometimes she can get lost in translation, or she can get lost in the gray area, right? It's not offensive to me, but it's offensive to you. So I think that there is a, when people talk about the vetting process, right? I don't think it's as computerized as people like, all right, this is the vetting process. I'm gonna vet you for 2 weeks.
I told you they try to equalize the situation.
Equalize.
I just think, go ahead and use it. It's
That sound
okay.
like a little girl from my project with some barrettes in her. Equalization.
I'm just saying,
Equalize.
they try to equalize the situation, and that's exactly what they do. They try to put something in a box so that they can feed it to you without giving you the whole thing. I was rewatching because I was out of Marvel movies to watch, and I was watching Corey Holcomb's show from yesterday, which is the Tuesday show, and he made a comment about
5150.
and he made a comment about it takes a good 2 years to vet your partner because you want to go through some stuff. And the girl on there, I think her name is Dee. She was like, you want to go through a couple holidays and see how you just want to see how someone moves. Getting to know who I am as a person takes situations because you want to see how they handle certain things. Or, I mean, you can ask him as many questions as you want to, but are you ever going to ask the right question? And is life ever going to show you everything? Because even in me in my 30s, I'm not going to nowhere near bring no situations from my 20s. I better not. That's what the 20s were for. So at this point in life, what you see, unless you force something, is what you get, because there's a sense of consistency about me. There's a principle that you stand on. And once you learn that, once you see how someone moves in different situations in their life, even if they're, they already have it established or systematic or whatever they have going on, you can see that. You can see how a person moves throughout time and what principles they set themselves on, because it's not all over. It's not chaotic. There's a reason. I move this way here, and I'm going to move this way. That way, even if you need to predict how I'm going to move, there's a principle that I stand on. So that's the way I look at men.
So let me ask you this. When brothers talk about the good guys are boring, do you think that is essentially what you're saying? Because that's what I believe, right? The dudes who, and I'm not saying they got to be the clear-eyes dude, but the upstanding guys that women say that they want, they are not the fucking rock stars. They are not, you know what I'm saying?
Neither are good girls. I definitely understand. Neither are good girls, because there's a reason why you move a certain way, because you have something you're standing on that doesn't even allow you to deviate. So yeah, it's gonna be boring. And not even a boring. I don't like the word boring. I'm very exciting.
Shit, I'm boring as shit. Well, to a certain extent. I'm boring 80% of the time.
But that's what I'm saying. I may be 10%. Boring to someone else who's looking, like someone said my Instagram is boring. It's supposed to be. I'm a wife. What are we talking about? It's supposed to be boring. What you looking for?
Well, shit, I don't know if mine.
I'm a wife and a mother. I'm that's who I am. I'm consistent.
Do mine seem like a husband and a father?
Do what?
Do mine seem like a husband and a father?
Do you seem like a husband and a father?
No, IG.
Does IG look like a husband? No.
Is that mine though?
Oh, you mean your IG? I'm sorry, I thought you meant IG as the platform.
Man, hell no. Shit look like King of Diamonds like a motherfucker half the time.
Oh, yours got cars and airplanes. Cars and airplanes. That means he's always on the go. No, you look like you moving. That's what you look like. You look like you all over the place. Your IG look chaotic.
I be all over.
Look, I
It
got
look
one
chaotic.
airplane. I got one airplane on my IG.
Man,
You got about 8 in 1 week.
And I ain't even post all of them. That's the whole
See?
part. Like,
Look at
cause
that.
I'm like, man, nobody want to see this shit. Like, if people are coming from YouTube, they want to be like, hey, bro, what you look like when you're not behind the counter? What when you're not behind the camera? What are you doing when you're not behind the camera?
On an
That's the
airplane.
idea behind it. But I be trying to show them, like, hey, bro, it's not like a glitz and glamour or anything like that. It's work. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's work. So
One time I thought you posted the same airplane. I was like, Jesus Christ, he just reposted that. I see what he did there. Same backpack, same hoodie. I was like, you just reposted that. That's all. That's his airplane gear.
No, I got a couple of gray. So I got a couple of gray. What do you call a little sweater deals with the quarter zipper?
Blazer
Yeah,
or whatever.
I got a
Not
couple of them
blazer,
from.
I know what you mean.
I got a couple of them from work and a couple of work backpacks, and then I try to travel light too. So a lot of times you're gonna see me with a backpack, maybe a small carry-on. Because like I said, I got clothes in Texas, I got clothes here in Kentucky. So I try to travel light. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna be trying to travel more and stay in the country, but see more cities that are safe. But just get out more because there's no reason for me to just stay here. Like I do the driving around the Midwest thing, but you know, I don't mind getting behind the wheel and just chilling, driving an hour or two to go somewhere real quick and come back home, see something and come back home. But to be able to be like, I went to California, I've never been, and I'm gonna bring my ass home. Like I love being able to be like, I can't wait to come home. To
Me
the
too.
Quiet,
Me too.
not Texas. I'm talking about to the quiet Midwest, no traffic, one tall building city of mine.
You know, like I said, this is my first time living outside of the state, so I can respect it for where I'm at. You know what I mean? It's been cool to me. I mean, it's just different what I'm used to, and I understand that, and I can still respect the differences between the two.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the South was. People tell me I have an accent here. I'm like, bro, y'all sound just like me. To me, you know what I'm saying?
I don't
Y'all
hear.
sound like
I
me.
don't hear an accent.
You
I
see what I
just
mean?
hear a deep voice.
Yeah,
So-
like y'all sound to me. Y'all sound like anybody else from the South. But a lot of times people be like, yeah, you definitely got a twang, and I'm like,
No, I don't hear nothing crazy, but yeah. So that's my plan for next year. I want to do some vlogging. I want to rebrand my channel. At least, you know, try to maybe stream like just the consistency. I know how at least that works. Maybe I'll start looking into the algorithm stuff, but because I'm already in a space where it can get rowdy, then it's time to really explore what I like, you know, and what I really like to do. Like I'm a happy planner.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to get that started. I already have my planner right here ready to go.
Okay, yeah,
For January.
And bullshitting. But
Yep. I got like $300 worth of stickers. So that's what I'm saying. Like I like little stuff that it makes me happy. And so it's not really a big deal to do anything else. Even the airplane ride, I didn't sleep that day because I was so excited, and it made me forget about the fear. And then I had to catch myself a little bit, and I was happy.
Hit some turbulence a little bit.
No. I mean, even before I got on the plane, like a couple hours before I even drove to Indianapolis to go to my sister's house. So luckily, like my sister flies, and so she was there. It was real. It was like one of them things where I had to sit back and be like, man, I'm about to.
I'm actually doing it.
Yeah, because I was so excited because I was going to the meetup in Atlanta. So I was just so excited about that. I forgot all about being scared until I was like, oh snap, wait a minute. I'm about to do something that I told myself you couldn't even imagine doing. And not because I don't know why I told myself that. And so I said, I'm gonna stop telling myself silly stuff, because once I got on that plane, I was like, no, what you do that for? You did all that. I'm about to get silly. Oh, sorry. I'm like, you did all that for what? For nothing. You missed out on a whole bunch of stuff for no reason at all, out of something you made up in your head.
Yeah.
So,
but once you get over that hump and you look back, don't that shit open your mind up to like, man,
and I even
do
like
any motherfucking thing. I can go anywhere. I can, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I was like, I'm a professional flyer. When we took off and when I landed in Atlanta, I paid attention. You know, we landed. I'm like, okay. First of all, I drive already 100 miles per hour. So when the plane took off, I'm like, oh, we in a caddy. So when
oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying, so when we was really taking off, as far as like the speed of the plane, I'm like, oh shoot, this is how I drive. So you know, of course, it's a little bit faster, but it didn't feel like nothing, because that's how I feel in the car. I look down, I'm 99, 106. Like, oh wait, let me take this gas off. Let me take my foot off this gas. So then when it actually started to lift, I'm like, nothing. What? I made this stuff up. And even as we were climbing, still nothing. It was only when it was leveling out. And that's when it was like, oh, okay. There's something, but it wasn't what I made it.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I made up. Yeah. So it's almost like you don't know nothing. You need to stop it.
Yeah.
So
I wish more people could experience that. The funny thing that I would tell you is leadership is like that too. Right? How people be in their own way. And once the light comes on for them, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? And you can see like the world open up to them. That is the reward for, don't get me wrong, I get compensated fair. You know what I'm saying? But that is even more so than that. And I try to tell people at some point, it stop being about the money because it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, in all honesty.
Your chat, man.
You're going in. You're going in.
I'm trying to pay attention to you. I accidentally looked down. It said you want to drive the plane and put rims on it, which is funny because when I was landing, I really was like, hey, he coming in too hot. And he was. But go ahead. Mind opening up. I'm sorry. Blame your chat.
Oh yeah. Bro say, hell no, I get more money. Hey bro, I'm gonna do that. For sure. Like, don't get me wrong. I've been able to mesh the two. Purpose and compensation. And when you can do that, man, that's a beautiful thing. But I ain't gonna be on this thing all night. Miss Brittany B, I appreciate you.
You're not gonna be on here all night. You mean you can't last?
Hey, my alarm go off and shit go off when I get up, really.
What alarm?
Yeah, my alarm to go to work in the morning.
I thought you said you was a third shifter.
No, I said I've been working third shift. My sleep pattern is still on the third shift sleep pattern.
Well, then no, we can't have you up all night long.
But that's the beautiful thing about being salaried. I can go in when I don't know. I'll see what my first meeting is. I can make it to my first meeting. That's
all right, go ahead and flex on us then.
I'm not flexing. I'm just saying it's.
See, I gotta clock in or badge in or whatever the hell it is.
You got it made, man. You got it made.
Me?
So what we gonna do? Huh?
I got it made.
You got it made in the shade. Got it made. But what we gonna do, Miss Midwest, one building.
One tall building, and mind you, it's only 23 stories.
One tall building that's 23 stories in the town. I appreciate you joining. You did me a solid because I was like, what? Pin a tail on a donkey? What the hell you talking about? Pin a comment, pin a stream. Oh. This is all new to me. I started out like doing videos, pumping them out, right? Then there was the live stream, messing with TLA. My brother say, I'm gonna bring these comments up and then we're gonna jam out to some South, to some D-Town music. Because oh shit, can't last. Brittany B hitting you with that high school cafeteria. Putting in that TLA level stream work. Hey man, I'm in his mastermind. He be dropping some good. All of those content creators be dropping some good.
Well, I don't know how you missed the link to the top of the chat part.
No, it ain't necessarily about that. It'd be other stuff. I mean, it's talk about a lot of other stuff. And then he bring like big content creators over there. So just
That's
Pearly
good.
Things, O'Shea and all of them. But he bring Poor Man's Podcast. He bring a lot of big name podcasts over there. But hey man, listen, check it out. Everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all swinging by. Appreciate you posting it to your I don't know if you did it to your IG or to your
To my community wall.
to your community wall.
Mhm.
I appreciate you doing that. For everybody who swung by, I definitely appreciate you swinging by. We will try to do this again. I may go live on Christmas. I'm gonna be dolo here. I'm gonna be dolo at the crib, so I may go live on Christmas.
I will have we probably will be that's probably
Drinking eggnog and sitting around with
No, we stream on the weekend. So this weekend
it's a big Christmas stream.
Christmas Eve and Christmas. So we don't miss on Fight Club. Now that's one thing about us. Anton built an organic team. Aaron and I, we keep the brand rolling. And
Nice.
New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I just was doing some research on us a year ago. Shout out to my locks growing nice and strong. We streamed New Year's Eve then. Toasted on the stream and everything. So I don't really be doing a whole bunch. So yeah, if you stream on Christmas, I'll come by. I don't even know what day Christmas is, to be honest with you. All I know is Friday's my last day at work. So that's all I know. And I'm off for a week. And then I go back to work on Tuesday the 2nd. That's it. That's all I know. Other than that, nice to meet you, A Freeze.
Yeah, man.
Your chat. I like your chat. Your chat is nice.
Man, this is kind of like you got some really smart brothers over here. We blow off steam over here, but they like in real life.
They high.
No. I'm telling you, in real life, they are sharp. They are sharp, upstanding brothers. You know what I mean? Business owners and brothers who do all right. You know what I'm saying? But this is where we blow off steam at. I actually got this thing called a Whiskey Lounge, another page that I'm gonna start with one of my partners, but it's gonna be different than this one. It's gonna be a little more unhinged.
Look at you trying to build 2 channels at once. Look at you.
Hey, yeah, and I barely got 13 subscribers on this one. Boy, I need to sit down somewhere.
527.
Is it 527?
Yes.
Okay. Hey man, we growing slowly but surely.
529.
Okay, hey man, we getting there. Hey, them last 2 because of you. Hey, I appreciate it, sister. But hey man, to everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all coming by. Miss Brittany B, appreciate you getting on the stream with my sister.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, it was beautiful to hear your perspective, and I'm glad we were able to work through that masculine car shit because it looked like that was on your spirit. You needed to get that shit off.
Well, that was funny to me because I like certain cars.
Oh Lord.
I never looked at it like a masculine car. I thought that was weird, but the way you put it, I was able to accept. I allowed it. So I took it in. Hey, big bad bull.
You niggas ain't finna keep me up. Hey man.
No.
Yeah. Hey, y'all be good. I'm gonna catch up with y'all.
See ya.
We're gonna jam.
Oh, you play music?
Oh yeah.
See, I remember it was days I couldn't talk like this. Ain't have a damn thing or a pot to piss. I was a real sad case, I was abandoned and kicked. So many blows to the gut, they said I wouldn't be shit. I was born to look poor, but I don't blame my mama. So many prayers to the Lord, while my life it was drama. My big brother couldn't cope, he knew this shit wasn't right. 16, introduced to the criminal life. Now it's only me and mama, and she doing her best. Hard to crack a real smile when you're living with less. See, I'm reaching for the stars, but they so far away. I'ma make it, I could do it no matter what they say. I know it's hard for a player, so many spit on my name. I'm a real thorough nigga, and it run through my veins. On my knees every night, praying, looking for change. Wondering if the Lord above heard my pain. See, I got riches. Know you look and see the shine. See, I got riches.
I refuse to answer any questions under the ground today.
See, I got riches. There's so much more to the man. See, I got riches. Think it's a game, but soon you will see. Say the tables done turned, so many holler my name. That's how it is when you're blessed with this fortune and fame. I got things you couldn't imagine, man. I've come so far. Catch me dipping through the city in my foreign car. Different women every night. What a hell of a life. They only with me for what I got, man. That shit ain't right. I got many friends now, quick to do what I ask. I remember when I couldn't get a dime in the past. Now it's Cristal and Mo drinking straight out the bottle. No more mud kicking hoes, they jazzy bitches and models. I got money in the bank, man, my shit don't stink. I know that broke nigga feeling, who gives a fuck what they think? Cause I know if I was broke, they wouldn't even be hollering. They'll be pointing at me, laughing, cracking jokes and smiling. That's why the moral of the story ain't about money and hoes. I got riches, it's all mind, body, and soul. I got riches. I'm facing trials and tribulations, and I weather the storm. I got riches. No weather formed against me can cause me no harm. See, I got riches. Fantasize on 22s and 24s. See, I got riches. But my riches, emotions, mind, body, and soul. See, I got riches. I know you look and see the shine. See, I got riches. But don't you look too long or you might go blind. See, I got riches. There's so much more to the man. See, I got riches. Think it's a game, but soon you will see. I got riches. Yeah. Whoa, I got it. Some got it. My riches, my body and soul.